What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Oh, hey, I didn't even put myself on the stage. Hey, it's Tim. I assume Mikey will be along so shortly. He is late. I'm not as late. We're all late. Before we start the show proper, I have this is all right. So this is for a very specific audience. A very specific audience of the Dark Lord Greg. I got a Desperado Club hat from Dungeon Crawler Carl, so I just wanted to show Greg that. Let's see. So yeah, I'm late. Mikey's late. We're all late. But we can still get it done. We can still get it going. How's everyone out there? Before we start the show, like and subscribe. There's a button somewhere. There's a button for this somewhere. I'm not usually doing this by myself. Here we go. Like and subscribe. Become a member on the show. Special, like a little behind the scenes. If we hit about 5,000 viewers today, then the show will hit 300,000 lifetime views. So a minor milestone, but a milestone nonetheless. So like and subscribe, hit the membership thing. Also, patreon.com/thebinpodcast if you don't want to give YouTube money. You can support us through Patreon as well. So it is Thursday, and I'm sure there's a bunch of nonsense that's going on that we got to talk about. So let's see. What should we talk about first? Oh, and I'm gonna fix it so that the vertical won't have a subscriber mode, but the landscape will, so that we can have a civilized discussion in the landscape mode, and it can be just Animal House in in the fucking vertical. All right, we will start with. No, I did not have to murder a random magistrate to get that hat. I got the tattoo for a different level of the dungeon. We'll put it that way. Oh, and one more thing before I really get going. I know on Tuesday that I mentioned that my dog Zeus died, and everyone was very nice and supportive, and I just want to say thank you all. I think I'm going to put together a little like video. I know he's just a dog, but you know, I've known him for like 13 years or whatever, and he's been on the show before, so I'm going to do a little in memorial for Zeus. But I figured I'd say that before the crazy show up in the chat. So, all right. Our first clip is paper shuffling with Mika and Joe.
Member of the Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut. Senator, good morning. Thank you for being with us. You earlier this week received a briefing from some administration officials about the war in Iran. I know.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, he passed away on Sunday. He was old dog. He lived to like 13 and a half. He was a pug. And yeah, no, I get that. I get the no dog is just a dog, but you know, people on the internet will be like, "Oh, what are you so upset over a dog for?" And it's like, but he was my dog. You know? And, you know, I've known him for 13 years. If you've known anyone for 13 years, you know, when they leave, you're going to be sad. So, yeah, no, he had a good life. One quick thing, the day before he passed, it was our other dog's birthday, Apollo, our other pug, who is, I think, right here. Yeah, there he is. And for the dogs, for their birthdays, we like to give them like people food. They don't normally get it. So Zeus got some Taco Bell. That was his last not his last meal, but his last like real treat was he got some lettuce and tomato and a little bit of taco shell, which they both love. And it's, as far as I know, is pretty harmless. So yeah, so I'm gonna do something. I was giving it a couple of days to figure out where my head was at about it, but he deserves something. So back to the truly sad things, the news.
There's a limit to what you can say, but afterwards you did deem it sort of incoherent, incomplete, and said this: all the briefings are closed because Trump can't defend this war in public. Tell us more.
Well, as I'm listening,
I also forgot to say hi to all the people in the chat. So I'll try. It's harder to do this one on without two people on the horn here, but we got the Dark Lord Greg.
Paul's a shame. He's shameful.
Billy in the chat.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
Gina.
I'm talking to you.
Atom.
if you only knew how ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
Shaza.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Oh, look at the trees. Thanks, look at the trees. Oh man. Let's see.
You cry, you're making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. This
Tez, what's going on, Tez? Sometimes guest host of the show.
Ooh, baby.
What is this? Mikey got a new sound? What's this
We
one?
don't like cum. We don't like cum.
Oh my god. Mikey is a maniac. I think I told him to get that. Oh, and Scott.
These were the free speech advocates.
So those emergency sirens go off in the background when your reporter was speaking to you. It just underscores what a disaster this war has been. Nothing has gone right. There is harder line leadership in charge of Iran than was there before the war began. We have not eliminated their nuclear program and apparently have no plans to do so. The entire region is on fire. Iran is exporting more oil than ever before. Prices are going up. People at home are having to pay for the escalation. Why are we in this war? What are we getting out of it? Yes, in that briefing, it became more incoherent, the goals of this war. Trump says, well, we're going after a nuclear program. In that briefing, they said, no, the nuclear program is not on our list of sites to strike. Trump says he wants a more moderate regime. Inside that briefing, they said, no, we're not really interested in regime change. They told us they're going after their missile program, but they can't permanently bomb Iran. And as soon as they stop bombing, Iran will just start their missile program again. This is an epic disaster. And it's the reason why Democratic and Republican presidents before now had been reluctant to start a war with Iran because, of course, inevitably it would spill over into the entire region. So it's incoherent in front of the cameras. It's equally incoherent behind the scenes. And the hope is that we can find a way to end this soon.
So, Senator, the president would disagree with you. He says that it's going to be stopped there might be a little bit more work to do, but it's done. They've done a great job. The first hour really was done. What are the ways that it can spill over into the rest of the world or the region that you say are disastrous?
Well, I mean, first is what we're watching right now, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran can keep that strait closed essentially for as long as they want. And we can't necessarily get into it outside a classified setting, but this is maybe the primary reason why we have not been willing to open up a full-scale war with Iran, because they can control that strait. They can move energy prices from $100 a barrel to $200 a barrel. They could essentially shut down the global economy, which they are in the process of doing. Second, we could be facing a large-scale Shia insurgency in the region, and perhaps with threats to the United States. Traditionally, we've dealt with Sunni insurgency. That's ISIS, that's Al-Qaeda. But when you're bombing girls' schools, when you are turning the entire Shia crescent against the United States, it perhaps will give rise to terrorist groups, non-state actors that are going to have designs against the United States here in the homeland. So there are a myriad ways that this could go. This could go even further off the rails than it already has. And again, for what? What is the actual national security purpose? What are they accomplishing that effectuates U.S. national security purposes? We still haven't, I think, heard a coherent explanation of what we're getting out of this.
Mm-hmm. So, David Rode, take a question to the senator in a moment. But first, let's just talk a minute more about the strait. There's been some suggestion the U.S. would offer some sort of security there, perhaps naval vessels as escorts for these tankers. Why has that step not been taken yet, you think? What are the rewards and risks?
It's shocking to me what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz, how effective the Iranian military is. And I don't understand it. We have a very large Navy, and if we're going to go to war with Iran, we should be aggressive in sort of using our Navy. And this is where just in the last, I would say, 48 hours.
Just like everything else in this war, except for bombing the shit out of places, they didn't think about it. It wasn't a thought in their brain. They didn't plan for it. You think you would have planned for it, but no.
I wouldn't say the war overall is somehow turning in Iran's favor, but it's definitely shifting. They've found their footing. They're stopping, the most important route for energy to get to the rest of the world, 20% of the world's supply, and it amazes me that the U.S. military has no answer to that.
Wow.
And Senator, I wanted to ask you, I know you can't get into classified information, but again, Congress, the United States spends $800 billion annually on its military. That's more than every other country on earth combined, including Russia and China. Did you get any explanation for why American naval ships aren't escorting tankers in and out or through the Strait of Hormuz? Why can't we take out these Iranian ships or missiles that are threatening such a crucial waterway?
Well, I guess it's not amazing to me. I mean, have we not learned the ineffectiveness of our military in the Middle East? I mean, we could sort of say over and over again, it's incredible that the military hasn't been able to change political realities in the region, but there are limits to our power. Now, in the Strait of Hormuz specifically, you can take out the big Iranian ships. It doesn't matter. They have this armada of essentially speedboats that can drop mines in the water. And so long as those mines are there, we don't have the capability to demine quickly enough in order to give confidence to the commercial shippers to move through the strait, nor do we have the capacity to escort what under normal circumstances would be 60 to 100 tankers every single day. If that was our mission set, we literally would pull up naval stakes from the rest of the world and focus only on the Strait of Hormuz, which is an unnecessary task to begin with because the crisis was precipitated by our military action. It's just bizarre how badly they planned for this, how they didn't see the problem.
I mean, so kind of, but actual sea mines, like sea mines have been in naval warfare for quite some time, and they are not easily deactivated. They are not easy. The sea minefields are not easily swept. You can't just go up to them and deactivate them without using, people who know how, and it takes time, and it's not it's not super new technology. You know, it's been around for a long time. So, it's a problem because, you know, they're not too hard to set up, but they're hard to take apart. They're hard to deactivate. And the problem is that even if we do, you know, go through and disable any sort of sea minefield that Iran may or may not have set up, it takes time, and you got to assure the commercial shippers about what's going to happen. So, and once again, the insurance companies are the big problem here because they're not going to insure these ships. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine, just go through." They're going to say, if you move in or out of the strait, then your cargo's not going to be insured. Your ship's not going to be insured, which is what has happened.
In the strait, and to me and to many folks who have analyzed, you know, the repercussions of a potential war with Iran, none of it is surprising or shocking. All of it is pretty, unfortunately, foreseeable.
Democratic member of the Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut. Senator, thank you as always.
So that's just some of what's going on. Let's see. I had other videos prepared. More paper shuffling with Mika and Joe.
Major news agencies like Reuters, Getty, and the Associated Press have been banned from briefings on the war with Iran.
Really? Photographers?
Yeah.
Must be a good reason, though.
The Washington Post.
Oh yeah, Pete Hegseth doesn't like the pictures that have been taken of him while he's been doing his little press conferences from some of the press photographers in the press pool for the Pentagon. So he's told them no more pictures unless he approves them. Come on, man. Thin skin. Thin skin.
The decision is in response to photos taken of Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth during the first briefing held on March 2nd. The Secretary's aides were reportedly unhappy with what they felt were unflattering pictures.
I mean, this is a picture that's taken of him. It's not terrible. I mean, you go back a few seconds, that's not great.
Unhappy with what
this
they
one's
felt
not great. That one's fine.
Were unflattering pictures circulated by the photographers.
Bro, you call yourself the Secretary of War.
Since then, on March 4th and 10th,
Stop being such a fucking
have been
snowflake.
completely shut out of the room. The Pentagon defended the...
How is that not flattering? How is it? That's fine, man. He looks in control there, right? Or whatever. Oh yeah, there's a story going around that I'll have to find it. There's a story going around that Marco Rubio's wearing shoes that are too big for him because Trump picked them out and he doesn't want to upset Trump, so he's just wearing the shoes anyway. That's got to be uncomfortable.
Decision saying it would release official photos taken by Defense Department staff that can be used. The White House declined to comment.
Admiral, why didn't you get rid of photographers?
I wish I'd known that was an option. I've had plenty of unflattering photos.
I don't think photos are his problem. I think actual qualifications for the job and this grotesque talk about death and
I don't
destruction.
think photos are his problem. I think it's him.
It's total, I mean, you can take a bad picture of Pete Hegseth if you want, but it's what comes out of his mouth that's the problem. He's totally overcompensating for something that's missing in his life.
Admiral.
Or just not the right size.
Thank you,
I don't
Madam
know
Admiral.
what. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
Rubio is wearing, I don't know if he's doing it right now at this moment, but he got caught in pictures wearing shoes that are too big for him. And reportedly, they are shoes that Trump bought him that Trump thought that he would like, but Trump didn't know what his shoe size was, so he just got him any old shoe. And now Rubio's wearing them because he doesn't want to like upset Trump, and he's a fucking lapdog. You know what? That's a good freeze frame. Print screen. There we go. That'll do.
This is not a defense secretary. This is a joke.
Thank you, Madam Admiral.
I'll say it so you don't have to.
You just did.
I think it's good that the Pentagon's been doing these briefings. I think it's important. They have an obligation to explain to the American people what they're doing with the men and women in uniform and our.
Is this true? Is Kegsworth wearing shoes that are too big for him because Trump got them? Oh my God! If there's like a conspiracy of Trump appointees and Trump administration officials who Trump bought shoes for, and they're all wearing shoes that are too big for them, I need to know. I have to know this. It will bring joy to my life to know that they all have to wear uncomfortable shoes because Trump demands it. Oh, yeah. Shaza, I hope you feel better. Shoegate.
So I think the briefings ought to continue, and I hope they reconsider this policy because I think it's self-defeating. I mean, it is about access and it's about transparency, and I don't think it helps the Pentagon in their efforts to communicate with the American people when they're taking legitimate photographers out of the room.
And it's not. And John, you've talked about.
Oh, it's Mikey Famine.
I tried to yell and surprise you, but I was muted. Damn it!
Haha.
I can't do anything right today.
We were just watching some paper shuffling with Mika and Joe.
Our favorite pastime.
This segment is about how Pete Hegseth doesn't want pictures taken of him by the press pool because they're quote Pete Hegseth.
Oh,
because they're quote unflattering.
Well, when you're Homelander with real flab, you know. Did they get a good shot of his infidel tattoo? How about his Deus Mons tattoo?
Or the Crusader cross that he's got going on?
Is that the pictures they're talking about?
No, they're talking about, let's see, pictures like this. Or let's see.
Bro is such a crybaby.
I know. For the manliest man that ever manned. He's such a fucking bitch about it.
Dude, he is such a for you to fucking take the flag and wipe your little shit coke nose with it. You got a lot of complaining going on, buddy.
He thinks that these photos are unflattering.
He's ugly, bitch. You're old. Again, your punk ass Homelander light edition, fucking mobile edition, fucking Homelander. Nobody likes you, bro. Your ass is ugly.
And then Gina mentioned that Marco Rubio is out there wearing shoes that are too big for him because Trump bought them for him. He doesn't want to tell Trump.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Marco, here's what you do, brother. Because look, hand-me-downs have been part of my life. Get you some tube socks and put them bitches on, and then put your dress sock on. And if you need to stuff a sock down in the bottom of that shoe, you do what you got to do. But that motherfucker was in his daddy's shoes yesterday, and that shit was hilarious.
Trying to find a good picture of it, or a good little clip.
I can grab it.
All right.
I will get little Marco's shoes.
It's pretty funny. Little Marco, big shoes.
Much worse before they get much better.
Big trouble, little child.
I mean,
so our meme department needs to get on that.
Yeah, big trouble, little Marco.
Put Trump in as that guy.
The American people. You got to be straight with the American people. And this administration, they've got their rose-colored glasses on. That never works.
Yeah, it simply has not happened here. And the press restrictions of the Pentagon, extreme. But there have been some at the White House too. Let's remember that the White House itself has hijacked the press pool. It used to be the correspondence.
The press pool at the Pentagon also includes Lindell TV.
A fantastic new sort. I can't even say
it. Like, it's all the Daily Wire and Lindell TV and what's Tucker's one? I think the Daily Caller, Timcast. Like, that's the press pool at the Pentagon, is all these fucking right-wing podcasters. There's no actual journalist there. Fox News isn't even allowed to be there.
Dan Bongino.
Well, yeah, since he left his job at the FBI, he had to go back to podcasting. It's his one true love.
He came back to get second place to Candace. I know he mad. I know he mad. It's okay, buddy.
Association running it now. The White House does. They stock it with far more friendly, right-leaning media outlets than before. And they love to boast about President Trump's transparency. And to be clear, he takes a lot of questions. He does. But they're usually shouted questions from the pool,
all from
often from friendly outlets. He started taking a lot of reporters' phone calls, but they're relatively brief, and he can end them whenever he wants. So there's therefore no ability for follow-up tough questions. He did hold a news conference the other day, but it was his first one in months in terms of taking substantive questions from the expanded press. So there's simply not an opportunity.
Well, and by the way, let's just say Joe Biden was not.
I don't think there's enough. I'm not young enough to understand what this means.
Okay, obviously, orange juice, dick sacks. Okay, what is dick sacks? Oh, it means this.
Wow, those shoes are way too big. You can even see the gap in the back of the heel where his foot is supposed to be.
Like I said, grab you some tube socks, shove them joints down in the bottom, and then put some on underneath your dress socks. Okay? All right, little Marco, you're welcome.
Wear some of them like extra thick wool socks.
Yeah.
Damn,
and
man.
Meanwhile, fucking shit, I'm all, I've lost focus. Okay. Meanwhile, Hegseth is the guy, I always hate this guy. The guy who always tries to force a pair of brown shoes onto an outfit.
Yeah.
And his are that like light brown, like this color brown.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, guy. Your shoes are standing out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Orange Man is blowing the sax man.
Oh.
Bubba. Wow.
Bubba.
We need to take hey, when we go to Egypt, we're taking Adams with us.
Yeah.
Accessible either, but Donald Trump criticized Joe Biden for not holding regular press conferences. And, now if he's doing it, a lot of times the Mr. Pillow reporter literally gets a question before the New York Times.
The Mr. Pillow reporter.
That happened at the Pentagon the other day.
Hi, yes. My name is so-and-so from Mr. Pillow. Mr. President, I would like to ask a question about Lindell pillows.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of questions. Sir, John Johnson from Mr. Pillow. I just want to know.
From Mr. Pillow. Oh,
Sir, 2 questions here. John from Mr. Clee.
Did you ever see like the, I guess, graphics for like Lindell TV? Like how they're all laid out and whatnot. It's like it's very red, white, and blue, but it's also very Christian. There's like a cross in the
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I think I figured it out. It's people don't understand symbols and like how they're used, what they mean, and what they're for. Motherfucking black people said Black Lives Matter. These motherfuckers 2 weeks later is like Blue Lives Matter. That's not even fit. It don't even fit the pattern. Like your pattern recognition is real bad. Like you have symbol, we have symbol. No, it's not the same. I am news. No, you're not. You think you're news. You stop it. I go up and I use cross. That's not what the cross means, and that's not what it's for. I use everything at once. It's like they're just spamming all the buttons. It's crazy. For
Lindell
real.
TV,
For real. You think crosses are good? Crosses are not good.
I mean, represents like crucifixion, right? That's not good.
I've said 1,000 times, if Jesus came back and saw your asses were fucking wearing crosses around, I'd be like, Dick, hey, I died on one of those. What the fuck? Put that away. You don't have a fish necklace like that guy? What is this cross? Everyone's got the cross. Oh, okay. You die for a couple of 100 years. And
Yeah,
everybody
I'm pretty
treats-
sure like he'd come back and he'd be like, guys, you're taking all of this way out of context.
That's not what I meant.
I didn't mean any of this. What are you doing? Stop doing stuff in my name.
You psychopants.
you fucking lunatics.
Did you guys cure hunger? No. Okay.
Did you feed and clothe the poor?
Huh?
Because that's what I'm all about, guys.
He comes back. Bernard Sanders. I've been waiting to vote for you. How did you get up to this realm?
How many feet have you washed? How many feet have you washed? Because is it none? I'm pretty sure it's none besides your own, and I bet you don't even wash your own feet.
Are you guys walking around with the prostitutes and the whores? No. You're the whores. Oh Lord, what has happened? What has happened?
Oh boy. I'm gonna tell you, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't be very happy.
Look at this guy. I mean, if you don't like our jokes, you laugh anyway, and you like the video right now.
Like and subscribe.
Do it, or I'll
Mr.
put up the meme
Pillows.
of stripper Jesus.
A media company got a rare reporter. Was a one.
Greg will know this if he's still in the chat, but there is a character in Dungeon Crawler called Uzi Jesus, and he is pretty fucking awesome. He is like almost like a Pokemon card come to life, and he's Uzi Jesus, and he's really, really cool.
I just saw
The
there's
White
a new
House won the
Devin
Pentagon.
Townsend song. I just saw that there's
Got
a
a
new
question,
Devin Townsend. Oh, go
before-
ahead. Never mind. I don't care. Fuck it.
You saw? Oh, you know what? I saw that too. That came up on my Facebook for some reason.
Devin Townsend is amazing.
It's like he's putting out a new album, right?
I have no idea. All of his one song might be a whole album.
I
My
think he
man's
said he put
brain is that he's using 100% of his brain. Like I love this guy.
My Facebook said that he's putting out a new album and it's like 24 songs.
That's what I'm like. Dude is on another level. I love this shit. And he shreds and he sings operatic and he's bald. I love it.
Ooh, SG, I got bad news for you. So the mechanism involving the 25th Amendment requires either Congress
or
the
cabinet.
president's cabinet to deem him unfit to carry out his duties. So,
Don't
or
hold
the
your
vice
breath.
president, or the vice president.
I thought for sure JD was gonna pull a switcheroo on his ass, like, ha ha, King Joffrey. We'll have 1,000 summers.
But
that didn't
yeah,
happen.
it's all the people in charge who are sycophants wearing the wrong size shoe because Trump told them to. So
Well, the midterms are coming.
they are coming.
Or the New York Times, and we were frankly surprising that the New York Times even got a question at all. But you're right. Certainly, there were criticisms levied at President Biden
Look at this
in
Ivy
terms of
League
not taking
bunch.
questions. President Trump, by the numbers, takes more, but it's rare when he fields a challenging question, and it's even rarer when he and his administration answer it transparently and honestly.
As you say, it's a sign of weakness to not be able to take questions.
Right.
If you can only listen to friendly questions and you're so concerned that your hair doesn't look good in a photograph that you get rid of the photographers, that's not what people want to see in the midst of a war.
And
I would
again,
argue.
during the 24 campaign, what did you hear time and again from Republicans and
does
from
have, like,
the political press?
Looking ass hair, right?
He does.
So cool. I'm so cool. I'm a Department of War.
My name is Pete Hegseth. I'm the Secretary of War.
They call me Kratos. I make them say it.
I love Call of Duty so much.
Yeah, starts a war. But do I look good doing it?
But that's the whole problem, right? All of these fucking people are podcasters or TV show hosts. Very few of them are serious fucking people.
Accurate.
And the people that are serious, they make look silly, like Marco. Poor Marco. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, now Secretary of State, forced to wear the wrong shoes.
At least he got free shoes. Oh man, what if they're Trump's old shoes?
Oh, gross.
I'm not wearing them though.
Department of War, more like Department of Whiskey.
Department of Jaeger bombs.
Mikey, I got to bring up this story about the spending at the Pentagon. Ooh-wee. They're telling us that we need to live on a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, and something else. They're living on fucking lobster tails and filet mignon over there.
I can't wait for the little fucking hyenas to show up in the side chat to justify this motherfucker spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars per meal.
It's bad.
Per meal.
This isn't even like, oh, we never audit the Pentagon bad. This is like
Dalton bad.
Yeah. Wait here, I'll let Joe finish his point, and then I'll bring up the luxury items that Pete Hegseth is spending money on.
That Kamala Harris couldn't go into tough interviews. She wouldn't put herself in a situation enough where so that was their criticism of Kamala Harris. Now you have Mr. Pillow asking questions, and there's just not there's not the transparency of having a Wall Street Journal
did.
reporter.
And it's not just about the transparency. I think it's about good policy making. I always felt that the press conferences in particular, whether it was Pentagon State or at the White House, the scrutiny you get from an independent media who are unafraid and know that they can ask whatever they want, that helps decision makers. When they see how the press is reporting an issue, when they hear the questions coming on a daily basis, it does help make policy making better. It helps it make it more informed. And so I feel like the policy making in general suffers when you aren't getting tough questions from independent press.
Retired Rear Admiral John Kirby, it's always good to see you.
And then the video cuts off 1 minute early because MS Now doesn't know how to edit their videos. We got a comment from the chat from Farmer Labrare. Dude, you zombies went around for 4 years calling
F4 4 years.
Calling Ayoio, who questioned Biden, obviously dementia, a conspiracy theorist, and that he was sharp as a tack, and you're gonna save democracy.
Oh, let me get it for him, Tim. He must be new. Let me grab him. He must not have seen the sign on the door. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. You're on the wrong fucking show. We made fun of his dumbass. Stop assuming just because we don't like Trump that we're your perfect little foil for your argument. We never supported that dumb bitch.
Yeah,
we don't like Trump either. Like, they're both stupid old men who are bad. It's like they were both having sundown fests, right? Like they were trying to out sundown each other, and you're like, oh, my guy won. It's like, oh, thank you, thanks. They're both fucking assholes who need to be out the pasture somewhere. One of them needs to be in prison.
Can we all agree they're just both old crazy guys who their brains are fucking melting? Because I will 100% and always have said that Joe Biden was not all there.
Go back and watch our fucking debate coverage. We were like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Like, we were all pissed. You're watching it. Hold on. You're watching it right now.
Are you nobody?
If he's nobody, then we can ignore him, right?
Right.
You're making farmers look bad.
So is our idea of saving democracy? Who mentioned George Clooney anyway? Having George Clooney decide that Biden was in fact not as sharp as a tack, then panicking and inserting a new candidate without a single vote? That's saving democracy.
We were mad about that too, and you're yelling at us about it?
Yeah, go back and watch our Listen, if you watch one show today,
yeah, go back and watch that one.
And then go back and watch our shows from like 2024. We were just as upset as everybody else that fucking the Democrats just decided wholesale that Kamala would be the next runner up, the next guy up.
Because we all said, okay, well, how are you going to do a primary that quick? And they're like, oh, we're not. We're like, oh, this will be great. This is not going to work. And lo and behold, we were right. So
yeah.
And also, if you are a farmer, I hope you didn't upgrade your farm under Biden and then get stiffed by Trump because he literally ripped up all the checks. Is that old Sleepy Joe's fault or Coconut Kamala? Whose fault was that? That he just ripped up the checks that they were giving people after the government promised to pay people back for upgrading their farms. And then, I probably advocate for old people and farmers more than anybody else in this fucking network. So good job, stupid. You attacked the one guy who's on your fucking side. Good job. We are farmers. Oh, fuck.
So here is some great local journalism reporting on what Pete Hegseth is spending all that money on. If there was sound.
I'm Christine Frizzell in Washington with tonight's Waste Watch report. Any day now, we expect the Trump administration to ask Congress for a lot more money, additional funds to assist paying for the war with Iran, which reportedly is costing about $890 million a day.
I see. It's only
turns out some of the money they're asking for will go to fill a hole created by the Defense Department
Fill a what?
at the end of the last fiscal year, with spending on items many people would see as wasteful. Among the Pentagon's most shocking purchases in a single month, $6.9 million.
Trump's not my guy. We can all agree they're both old crazy guys, but only one was anti-civil rights, was mentored by the KKK and wrote laws that affected minorities, but they both belong in prison.
So we're still talking about Trump, right?
You gotta be shitting me, dude.
We're still talking about Trump, right? Trump is the guy that the fucking Klan endorsed.
David Duke's like, look, I know he's got to put a little space between us. It's an election. I get it. But we've talked.
Literally endorsed by David Duke is Donald Trump.
Who's a Democrat, apparently. Oh, wait, no. Like, I don't get it.
They live in an alternate universe.
You're going to say Trump's not my guy. Then what are you in here fucking squawking at us for? No one's even fucking talking about Joe Biden.
Yeah. He ain't president. He lost. He lost and then he lost again. He had a very poor debate and we all decided it was time to let him go home.
You answered all the questions. I almost threw up.
Anyway, they spent $6.9 million on 2 lobster tails. I mean, that's crazy.
I told you parsley was a scam.
Dollars on lobster tail, $2 million on king crab, and $15.1 million on ribeye steak.
$15 million on steak? Listen, I know beef is expensive right now, but $15 million on steak? What are they doing? Eating steak morning, noon, and night?
He's only been there a year.
He's only been there a year.
How do you get to that much money in a year? What's the total there? So it was, what was it? 9, 5, and 15?
That's a lot.
Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was 9, 5, and 15. Oh, 2.
Oh, I forgot about
7, 2, and 15.
And 15.1.
7, 2, 15. 7, 2 is 9 plus 15 is $24 million on food.
$24 million on luxury food. I don't get steak every day. Let's see, 15.1.
You could have like 24 personal chefs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how you, like, where is he spending that at? A restaurant?
That is, Mikey. All right. Just to put this in a little bit of context, for the year that he's been Secretary of Defense, that's $41,369 a day just in steak.
Oh my God. And this is for him, or is he who is he giving this to?
I don't.
Is he selling steaks on the side?
Someone in the chat is insisting that these are last meals.
For who? That's what I fucking like. Once you do you answer questions, clown? Shit. Can we get our fucking words out before we fucking have to answer you? Jesus Christ. What is up with the chat today? Y'all okay?
The soldiers are getting $15 million in stake and
so he's buying
$7
stake
million
for the
in
whole
lobster.
military. That's
I mean,
that's what he's blowing the money on is steak for everyone and lobster for everyone.
I think that's cope. I think that's cope. That's not. No, that's for the Pentagon. This money is for the Pentagon.
Okay, run it back like 30 seconds because these motherfuckers got me distracted. So I can listen. Y'all wait a second. Let's listen to what the lady is reporting. Let's listen to what she's reporting.
Here we'll go. Here.
Funds to assist paying for the war with Iran, which reportedly is costing about $890 million a day.
Fuck me.
It turns out some of the money they're asking for will go to fill a hole created by the Defense Department at the end of the last fiscal year, with spending on items many people would see as wasteful.
Okay, so the proper context here is this is money that was spent in 2025.
Right.
Among the Pentagon's most shocking purchases in a single month, $6.9 million on lobster tail, $2 million on king crab, and $15.1 million on ribeye steak. That's a lot of beef for an administration that came into office promising to trim the fat. 2025 breaking records for the amount spent on grants and contracts alone. $93.4 billion in the month of September. $50 billion in the last 5 days of the month.
The end of every fiscal year, which is not the calendar year, but the end of September, is agencies feel like they have to literally sometimes shovel money out the door. And they're worried that if they don't spend that amount down, they're going to receive less funding next year.
The trend has gone on like this for decades and is definitely not unique to the Defense Department. Other big spenders include the Departments of Transportation, Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Veterans Affairs, and Energy, all adhering to a practice outlined in a new report from Open the Books known as Use It or Lose It. The fear that if you don't spend the money you're allocated, you'll get less the following year.
Nothing ever gets smaller around here. Everything gets bigger.
Rand Paul, the only one in Congress, well, maybe Rand Paul and Bernie Sanders, the only two people in Congress that are consistent about government spending.
And war.
Like Rand Paul is always about reducing what the government spends, and the use it or lose it policy is fucking crazy.
Everybody that wants something gets it. Put it on Uncle Sam's tab.
Secretary Pete Hegseth was sent a letter from Open the Books CEO.
Oh, you can't take that picture. It's too unflattering. Look at him. His mouth is agape. He's got wrinkles. Gray hair.
He looks like he just threw the tennis ball and tricked him. Did you fake it? I think you faked it.
John Hart, reminding him his actions were being watched. What did this letter say? What was your message?
What I communicated to Secretary Hegseth in September is, look, this is your moment to shine. This is your moment to make sure that you're able to refocus the department's mission on
guitars in the back
and warfighting, and not allow these dysfunctional budget practices to continue.
Now, we should point out excessive spending by federal agencies and the Pentagon in particular is a bipartisan problem, with both Democratic and Republican administrations seeing a massive spike every
I only
September.
care when the Republicans do it.
Watchdog groups, including Open the Books, are imploring Congress to change the rules and allow these agencies to roll over what they don't spend as an incentive to save taxpayer money. I'm Christine Frizzau reporting.
But see, this is a perfect example of how a practice that all the rest of us would deem stupid and wasteful and useless should be purged from the fucking federal rolls. Like everyone in here probably will agree with us that it is dumb as shit to withhold funding from a department because they didn't spend enough. They didn't spend all the money that was allocated to them.
Right.
We would all assume that that money rolls over because they saved some money. Nope, they lose it. So doesn't it make sense to get rid of that practice? and this is a perfect example of why it needs to be gone.
DOJ gets a raise every year. They get money no matter what. They get more money no matter what every budget.
Same thing with the military.
Right.
He acted like his funding was going to get cut or something like that. You always get more funding.
Here we go. It's not wasteful. War is more expensive today because of modern hardware.
What
Maybe
are you
we shouldn't.
talking? See, there's
Maybe we
always
shouldn't-
one.
Yeah. Yeah. There's you like spending $1 billion a day on fucking a war that we didn't need to be in?
No, but it's perfectly justified for everyone to just eat steak and lobster and have a crab boil on the tax dollars. Like, what are you saying? What
Once
are
again,
you saying?
This is, if presumably you live in America somewhere, this is your money.
Right. They could have just not bought that shit and just gone through their daily life. They have food on the base. They're not just starving. And then here comes Hegseth with a bag full of steaks. Like, I stole this from the butcher. I know you guys are. He's not Aladdin. You know what I mean?
Like, if you want to talk about Hegseth spending specifically, I mean, we've reported this before. He spent what, $50,000 on a makeup studio for himself in the Pentagon.
He needs to do his news hits from the Pentagon. That's
So
why
that
he needs a dirty internet line in there.
So he can bitch at the reporters for taking unflattering pictures, even though he spent hours primping and preening over his makeup.
No one makes fun of Homelander.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Bro, no one likes fucking Biden. And also, since you want to look shit up, why don't you look up where fucking Trump's dad was during the KKK rallies and the Nazi rallies of the 50s and 60s? Look that up since you got so much Google time on your hands. This motherfucker's got direct Nazi ties, and we're over here talking about fucking Joe Biden and his horribly racist ass. I know he's a fucking racist. I'm a fucking super predator, remember? I'm not dumb. No one's dumb here. If you had something you wanted to say, then I don't know. Get a camera, get your phone, record, write down a little script, and just put it out to the world. But reminding us of shit that is not applicable to what we're talking about makes you seem desperate.
Also, I mean, it's not just Trump, it's the people around him too. The Stephen Millers and the Steve Bannons of the world, and Laura
Elon.
Loomer. Like, all those fucking people too. Like, Trump hired all those people.
Elon fucking watched him Sig Heil. And then
Right.
Steve Bannon, Sig Heil.
Elon did it twice. He liked it so much he did it twice.
He said, and for the back.
So I'm more inclined to think that Trump is involved in all that shit because he hired all those people. Pam Bondi, yeah, another one. So, I mean, the evidence stacks up pretty hard on Trump's side.
Yeah, they have a whole kitchen, dude. Like, they have food there. They don't need fucking steak and lobster, fucking surf and turf. We got to surf and turf everybody.
Yeah, everyone, that's what everyone needs. If they weren't spending all our money on their surf and turf, we could have surf and turf.
Can we just have health care? Like, what are we talking about?
Can't we just have health care instead of steak?
I would
Is
prefer
that
that.
so hard? I heard a report that like 2 days of this war would have paid for Bernie Sanders' plan for free college.
Like, we're not asking for much, guys.
Or 1 day of this war would have paid for 8.5 years of free buses in New York City for Mamdani's plan for free buses. 8.5 years of free buses for everyone.
I'm not sure why you guys are so against having any. Is it what is it, Stockholm syndrome? Do you guys have Stockholm syndrome?
Oh, are they identifying with their captors? Is that the one you're talking about?
Like, they're acting like the same people who are robbing them fucking blind. Well, they have a good reason for it. No, they don't. Nope, don't have a good reason. They're just stealing from you because you don't know enough to defend yourself. So we stand up to defend you and you yell at us.
Right.
Don't you tell them not to waste my money. I want them to waste my money. Like, what the fuck? What kind of cucked shit is that? We don't do that.
This looks like an interesting one from the playoff or from the playlist.
Uh-oh.
Caroline Leavitt in a press briefing gets into it with a reporter.
Dignified transfer for these families. Given what Secretary Hegseth said this morning, is it the position of this administration that the press should not prominently cover?
Dude, you're in a cult. You just fucking are. No one believes this. No one believes that Iran was close to it. Even Iran didn't believe that they were close to a nuclear weapon.
But wait, Tim, they already destroyed their nuclear weapons. They already destroyed it.
Yeah, I thought Trump got rid of them in Operation
Midnight Thunder.
Yeah. In Operation Thunder from Down Under.
The Operation Magic Mike. Like, I just want you guys to just get, if you need to get it out, go ahead and get it out. You know what I mean? If you're nervous about the future, get it out. It's fine. We're tanks. We can take it. We got healers in the back. It's fine. But don't pretend, dude. Thank you. Operation
There we
Epstein
go.
Fury.
Yeah, Operation Epstein Fury.
If you don't understand that this is a distraction from the fucking walls coming in on him with Epstein, I don't know how to help you.
See, this is the cope right here. Iran has suddenly been liberated from dictatorship. You know they have another supreme leader, right?
His son. So you didn't like Khamenei. So now you have Khamenei, but he's 59 instead of 87.
Right.
Good job. You totally fixed the problem. And
Yeah,
he's a much harder liner guy than his dad was.
And you know the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Iran said they're gonna keep it closed as long as they want.
See, and this is the thing. And he's in hiding. Like, dude, whose team do you think you are on? Because you're not on the team you think you're on. You're in the civilian casualty team. You're not in the, oh, we got him. There's no we. There's no we. You're a normal fucking dude. Yeah. Guys, we killed the emperor. I mean, Darth Vader is now running shit, but we killed the emperor. And
the government of Iran still fucking is just like the government of Venezuela is the same government as Venezuela, just minus Maduro.
Word on the street is homegirl snitched on him.
So she could be in power.
The vice president, the vice president fucking snitched on him and gave him up so that she could, she could
Guess
be in
what?
charge.
Weeks after they captured Maduro, the Venezuelan military was still on the streets looking for Americans because the government's still in place there. So
and what do you think? Iran's just going to get bombed so much that they're like, you know what? Let's put up the American flag and start copying America. Like, is that what you think is going to happen?
Right. And it's such a fucking childish view of the president of the United States to think that simply killing or capturing a country's leader would topple that country's government. That's not how it works. These countries and these governments around the world, us. Think of it this way. If the president of the United States were to suddenly disappear for whatever reason, the country would still continue on.
Nope. Everybody pulls over.
The government would still continue on. Yeah, no. Suddenly the president's gone and the government just collapses. Nobody knows what to do. Everybody has plans for this. Everybody. So to think that killing a country's leader or taking that country's leader prisoner for under American law is going to topple that country's government is a childish view by short-sighted people.
See, look, what good does it do you that he's a paper cutout? Like, maybe you can explain it to us why you think that this is going so well and why every other country is hands off with this.
Right.
Every other country.
Except for what? Israel? Israel's the only other country that's what is and also, is this what you wanted right here? Does this do it for you?
Oh,
$95 a barrel that oil is right now. Does that do it for you?
and the people are so free.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, I heard that you're under the horrible reign of your wife. So to liberate you, I've decided to blow up the garage and set the kitchen on fire. You're welcome. You're free. Like, that's what you're doing. That's like what we're doing to another country and saying, where's the thank yous? Like, they're not happy that you're just blowing the countryside up. They've done 5,000 strikes. Would you like to have 5,000 strikes on your country? No, we would not like that. If Canada started bombing us, we wouldn't sit back, oh, thanks, Canada. We didn't want that fucking oil refinery and that little kid's school anyway. It would bring everybody's. I mean, look what happened at 9/11. We got attacked in one city and the entire country galvanized. We even got NATO on our back and we went and fought. So what do you think they're going to do? The same thing as us or the opposite as us? Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Bro, you got your facts wrong there.
Yeah, you got to get off of. Hey, check out some news in languages that are not your own.
Yeah. Because while there are some Iranians who do support what the United States is doing, there are also Iranians who support the current government.
Right.
And also, here's the current price of gasoline. Before the war started, it was a whole $1 cheaper. So enjoy your $1 more expensive gasoline.
In the last few minutes, Iranian state television has broadcast a message from the newly appointed Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. The message was read by an announcer and gave no indication as to the...
Here's the thing. So you don't think America runs propaganda? You think they're the only country? Other countries are the only countries that run propaganda. You don't think America runs propaganda? I'm just wondering, because if you really think that it's just everyone else is bad and we're the only ones that are good, you've been had, dude. You've been had. Trump is a fucking walking propaganda machine. He lies constantly to influence people. Krusty the Clown was running around spending hundreds of millions of dollars on ads. It's called propaganda, bruh.
Yeah.
State of his health, which has been under question. Some reports say he was injured in that attack that killed his father and mother and other family members nearly 2 weeks ago.
That's what brings me to the table to like negotiate, is when someone kills my entire fucking, Thanksgiving table. That's always brings me. Yeah. Let's have a good nice talk.
Can we all acknowledge that they were already negotiating?
They gave up everything. They said that they wouldn't even keep the fucking the uranium, the yellow cake. They said we'll store it in a different country. We won't even keep it.
We showed this on a video last week. The negotiator from Oman was like, we think they're negotiating in good faith and everything seems to be moving forward and it looks like they're going to give Trump everything he wants. And then they fucking bomb him anyway.
Look, millions of Iranians were protesting the dictatorship. Iranians are thanking Trump for this. Okay, buddy. Allow me to pull the sleep out of your eyes. This will be the show to let you know that, oh shit, they lied to me. Oh, I've been repeating someone else's lie because I didn't do the research. Oh man.
Here's the real question. Even if that were true, even if millions of Iranians were protesting the dictatorship, and the current government in Iran was probably the weakest it had ever been, because they were experiencing a lot of protests and they cracked down on those protests in a brutal way, in an unnecessary way,
which we don't support.
We don't support any of it. The people that died in protest, it was horrible. However, the only thing we're doing by bombing the shit out of their country is making them hate us more.
Right. We're not helping the people we want to help. I don't want those people to be under a brutal dictatorship, but blowing them up for being in a brutal dictatorship is not the fucking way to help them. Blowing up their country is not how you help them.
It's not. We're killing civilians in Iran.
Yeah, and this is also true. Where's the evidence of the 30K dead? Again, you got to get we said it last week, and I'll say it again. This is wartime media. There's tons of propaganda. So you can't trust or believe anything until you can get it from a couple of different sources. We're getting a lot of information out of Tehran because Tehran is still open to journalists.
And there's also been an internet blackout in Iran since the beginning of the war. So how do you know? Well, you're saying all this stuff. How do you know?
Like they were like, oh, we took out their mine dropping ships. And they're just like, mines? Okay. You blew up our empty boats. Okay. Yeah, those are for mines. Yep. Because people get so fucking quote unquote patriotic that they don't use their brains anymore. If they have ships that they need to get through the Strait of Hormuz, why would they put mines in it?
Right.
They have to use it too. The mines are the final last straw. It's like, all right, nothing's going through this water unless it gets blown up.
I mean, all they have to do is what they've already done and shoot a few missiles at a couple of ships.
And then that stops the whole fucking, I'm not risking it, you know? A fucking ship, it takes 3-4 miles to turn. You fucking serpentine through that bitch like a slalom? It's not happening. They're too heavy.
And before you came on, Mikey, we were watching a clip from Morning Joe about that exact thing, like how the U.S. Navy isn't doing anything in the Strait of Hormuz, and it's like, what are they going to do?
Get blasted by fucking rockets from both sides. Like that's no one wants to go in there.
Right. No one wants to go in there, and it's like nobody thought about war before they went to war, about the consequences of what they were going to do. They knew, they had to have known that Iran was going to threaten to shut down the strait, and it was going to be a huge problem. And yet they did nothing preventative.
They didn't even tell the expats that were over there to get out of harm's way. People panicking trying to get to the fucking airport.
They didn't even tell the shippers, hey, there may be a problem coming up because we're going to bomb the shit out of Iran and they're not going to like it. So, there was no forethought in this entire endeavor. None at all.
And now that their hair is on fire, they're just claiming victories for shit that didn't fucking happen.
Right.
I bet Homeboy also fell for the mission accomplished banner.
Right.
In the message, he said Iran would avenge the blood of its martyrs and would continue to close the key Strait of Hormuz.
Our aim is actually to fail them, to make them fail in a very regrettable way.
Here we go, got a new one. I don't agree with America, but why did Iran shoot at multiple nations first? They can't be surprised, but yeah, Americans going too far like they always do. Administrations are extremists. So from what I understand, the other nations that they shot, aside from like a few like hotels and shit like that, was to disrupt the Gulf and to make the Gulf take their side. And that's why they're closing the strait. They're going to fucking, go after oil facilities to make other things more expensive. It's a war of attrition. Like this is going to be a long drawn out. They are dug in as fuck. They have tunnels everywhere filled with go fast boats and everything. Like Iran has been waiting for this for 20 fucking years, dude.
And person impersonator is right. Iran did not shoot first.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. They were negotiating.
And giving us according to Oman, who is a neutral third party, they were giving us everything we had in the JCPOA, the Obama nuclear agreement, and more.
Yeah.
And Trump was like, nah, too late.
Yeah. We did this because Trump fucking wanted to.
Because BB told him to, and he did it.
Yeah.
The enemy is actually very vulnerable.
And yes, they went after people, and mostly it was like bases in other countries. So the countries were struck, but they were striking the American base in that country.
And then they also shot some stuff at like some hotels and whatnot too. Like they were doing something that was incredibly reactionary and also wrong, right? Yeah, it was bad and wrong. But what they were doing was very reactionary, and like Mikey said, they were trying to get the Gulf states on their side through threats.
Here's the propaganda that everybody. Obama is a coward who gave them money. Whose money did Obama give them? Trump is giving them iron and fire. No. Now you're giving Trump your money, right? But you don't see how you don't see the connection, right? You haven't even put it together that you are the one who's paying for this.
I don't think they care.
What you mean, the peoples? You, motherfucker.
You're the peoples. Unless you're a bot. Ooh, Mikey, they don't like being called bots.
It's you that is paying for this.
$1 billion a day or more.
I think you can't stress that they didn't start that. They were literally negotiating with us, and fucking bombs started falling. So y'all can go ahead.
Here's how you know the administration knows this, by the way. They tried to play it off as Iran started this. And then they started saying, well, we've been at war with Iran for 47 years.
Right.
Since when? Are you talking about the Iran hostage crisis?
Tim, you got to look out for propaganda from,
Like, if you go back far enough in history, we started all this. This is all our fucking fault. All of it.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do regime change in Iran initially, and it didn't go our way.
But hey, they totally have researched the history of the region, just like they did for Gaza, just like they did for the West Bank, just like they did for Lebanon and Hezbollah. Like, I get it. You guys want America to be the good guys. Did you check? Did you look and see that we have been behaving properly in this situation? And if we are behaving inappropriately, it is not unpatriotic to say we need to do things the correct fashion. Because China and Russia, Iran and Russia are like BFFs. Yeah. Russia was giving them fucking intel about where and when all of our bases and movements will be.
Oh, yeah. And then when Putin was like, yeah, told Trump I didn't do that. And Trump was like, I believe you.
I take him at his word.
Daddy. It's okay, Daddy.
Witkoff came up there and said, I take him at his word that he didn't give out our fucking troop positions. No, you're wrong. See, this is the problem. You need to go back. I think there's some actually really good videos on YouTube that go into in granular detail about the events and how they took place. If you knew how the events took place in what chronology, you wouldn't be saying that right now.
Yeah, that's just not true.
It's just not how it happened, dude. You just don't know what happened. So you're just going with what you assume is a perfectly normal Gulf state, and then Muslims came and just destroyed the place. Now everyone's wearing turbans trying to blow each other up. Like, you're kind of revealing like a little bit of racism that you have because you don't understand the context of the region. You're just assuming that Muslims are dangerous, and you're just assuming that, they're all terrorists. These are very different groups than Al Qaeda and ISIS and Hezbollah and who's in Palestine? Hamas. Like everyone just assumes that these are just the same group, but they don't understand that this is a big umbrella of the Gulf trying to push out Western influence, which they've been doing forever. And to have their own sanctity in their own countries. I'm not saying they should be able to just do whatever they want in their countries, but we have ways of pressuring them into the behavior that we want them to execute without just continually chopping off the head of people when that is exactly what their political ideology makes them into a martyr, which makes them into like a demigod. So If that's the case, if every time you kill a leader, the people become more and more galvanized, more and more radicalized, why do you think bombing is going to help this?
Right, and we're the country that radicalized them. Like, if you look at the history of the Iranian Revolution and what led up to it, it's us over oil.
Right.
Iran nationalized their oil, and we didn't like it.
Did you know that?
Us and it was CIA and MI6 who didn't like it. Just like we fucked around in South America, just like we fucked around in Africa, we fucked around in the Middle East.
Yep.
And then when we create these countries who are hostile towards us because we fucked around in their country, then we're like, why are they so hostile at us? What did we do? It was us.
Again, there's ways of wielding influence in spheres that are not your own. Killing the fucking people is not it. You're just making them mad, and you're just there. So if we're the big Satan and Israel is the little Satan, killing people makes us look more like the big Satan, not less like the big Satan. And if you think you can just dominate and control these people, you might just be a colonialist.
They cannot actually open new fronts. And we are going to open new fronts against the enemy if deemed necessary.
And see, here it is. They're
All right,
hostile
buddy,
because of their ridiculous religion.
I'm not playing that game anymore. You're getting the ban hammer. Goodbye.
You guys don't get it. You can't just be racist against Muslims and then call that foreign policy. You don't have any history knowledge of the region, of the events, but you still hold this. No, you just hate Muslims and you don't care what happens to them. That's why this is acceptable to you. That's the problem.
There's a lot of stuff that we'll tolerate on this show. Racism and calling out people's religions ain't one of them.
And we're not religious.
Right.
Shocker. But I understand that all of you are fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to your religions. Just like I don't think it's bad to draw a picture of Muhammad or to burn a Bible or to eat pork or whatever. Like, it's all weird traditions that you guys like to upkeep. But to intentionally, antagonize others because of their religious things is racism. And the fact that you think that you can do that to other people means you got some bigotry in there, man. You got to work on that. You can work on it from the side chat. Play, motherfucker.
Greg. $2 super chat from the Dark Lord Greg.
Where's all the oh, they moved everything. God damn it.
Yeah, they moved everything.
Tell me about it. So
tell me about
it.
What's
Grace Hayden Bath Maxing going full POD. Bath Maxing. I like that.
Bath Maxing.
I think Baphomet's cute. Roman numerals, yeah. And Arabic math.
In my time. In my time, you don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a
Reclaiming
5-year-old
my time.
Congresswoman.
Reclaiming my time.
Let's just have
reclaim my time. You don't get to talk. Let's not go down the racism route. Better to follow the money. I mean, it's both. It's both. When you think that you're like a new colonial power, like America feels like it's the new colonialists, and they're about to like take Greenland and Venezuela's oil is ours, and the Panama Canal is going to be ours, and we're going to take this. And we're going, brother. It is way too late in the game to be trying to fucking recruit people to your team. It's too late. The lines have been drawn, and now it is a time of negotiation and deals. And then what did Trump do? I'm the greatest deal maker. Start blowing shit up. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I noticed that a lot of Trump's negotiation is quite aggressive.
Oh my goodness. Daily Blase with the medical report. Is it true what I'm hearing that MAGA Republicans are suffering from a disease called SDS, Starmer Derangement Syndrome? How dare he not want to get involved in a war with no plan?
Starmer Derangement Syndrome.
Oh, Ben Derangement Syndrome. That's what these motherfuckers have BDS.
Oh my God.
But how come everybody doesn't want to do our thing? Because we learned from the last time. Triton. Hello, Triton. Is it just not going to play for me anymore? Hello.
The BBC said no.
Internet?
You have it. You're still here. You have internet.
Okay. It says it's downloaded. Here, let me refresh.
In the last few minutes, Iranian state television has broadcast a message from the newly appointed supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. The message was read by an announcer and gave no indication as to the state of his health, which has been under question. Some reports say he was injured in that attack that killed his father and mother and other family members nearly 2 weeks ago. In the message, he said Iran would avenge the blood of its martyrs and would continue to close the key Strait of Hormuz.
Our aim is actually to fail them, to make them fail in a very regrettable way. The enemy is actually very vulnerable. They cannot actually open your fronts. And we are going to...
The cord for my fucking, I have like a drawing tablet thing that hooks up to the computer. The cat's just like, just biting the shit out of the cord. Like, hey, that's my cord. What are you doing? You have mice and fuzzy things to throw around and birds.
Open new fronts against the enemy if deemed necessary.
The new leader, who is 56 years old, spoke about losing his family and also talked of revenge.
I would like to focus on and address those people who have been suffering recently in the recent days, who have been harmed recently, those who have lost their loved, those who have been injured, those who have actually, those whose houses, whose businesses have been damaged or have been harmed. And first of all, I would like to express my condolences to the survivors, to the families of those killed and martyred. With the exception of my father, who has become so general, who's lost my wife, my dear wife, and my dear sister, who was always serving her parents and who was rewarded this way spiritually, and also her child. And also,
so annoying that they kept the other audio back there, because it just makes it harder to understand the trend. Like, you could have just like put in the thing or put the transcript up or something.
Just do the interpreter. You don't have to. We get it.
Double dipping over here.
My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, they have joined the ranks of the martyrs. And what has actually made it possible for me to have the patience is actually the promise of God for rewarding the patient, the people who have the patience in the right way. And I have hope, and I have actually, I'm assured in this. And I would like to assure you that the revenge will be taken of all the people for all the martyrs.
Does it sound like they're giving up?
Only our leader, actually, any member of the nation who has been martyred or will be martyred by the enemies will be added to the file of the revenge Part of the revenge has already been carried out, but it will be completely carried out. And until then, this file will be open, and the children who have been killed. That's even a more sensitive issue. The crimes that are intentionally being carried out by the enemy, who was carried out over the enemy regarding the school, the children's school of Mina, is of a special.
And also, it looks like the U.S. has admitted that they are the ones that struck the little girl's school, and it was due to old intel.
Old intel and AI proposed the strike. So
nothing
that's what we get for relying on AI to plan our fucking wars.
I mean, they're saying it's AI. I know exactly who told them where to put that fucking bomb. I know exactly who did it.
Importance to us. And
Smotrich.
They're going to be provided with free health service, and they're going to be provided with a package of benefits and families of those children, and also other damages that have been inflicted upon the places and properties of people, and they're going to be carried out as well, and as a duty that has to be carried out by all the responsible agencies of the government. They should perform their duties and report to me.
God, that audio is terrible.
The apparent words of the new supreme leader being spoken by Iranian state television presenter and translated for us. Let's cross live now to Persian. Baron, let's talk first of all about the fact that
when they fucking cut to you,
that's a hard cut.
That was like a block shot in basketball. That shit was like, damn.
We don't see the supreme leader in this statement. We don't hear his voice. How do we know this is really him?
We don't, and there are speculations that it might not have been the supreme leader, the new supreme leader. We know that he was injured in the attack that killed his father and some of his family members, and that he is probably in the hospital. The Israelis have said that he was injured in the attack, but it was not life-threatening. But we don't know the state of his health, and it is very much likely that the statement was not written by him. But he's a very reclusive figure. He's been an enigma for decades. And he has not made a speech before he was named the supreme leader. He'd never done an interview. So he might not be as present in the public eye as his father was, who was a president before he became the supreme leader. But if the statement was made by him, it just shows the continuation of his father's policies. And he talks about
good job with the regime change. You literally put in the carbon copy of the dad, but 30 years younger.
Right.
Good
and
fucking
also,
job, dude.
None of this is going to like ingratiate the Iranian people to us if we're just bombing the shit out of their country. Right. Like it's only going to make the support for the government stronger over there, because they're all going to want revenge.
Right.
For the people that we killed. 2 British pound super chat from Allie.
Whoop whoop. Oh, let me grab it.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
Has been confirmed maybe that Tel Aviv looking like Gaza. And there's a media blackout in Israel too, because they don't want to let anybody know that they're actually getting hit.
Right.
You forgot the H.
we're pagetic.
I've never been so pagetic. I've never had my pat so jeticked.
repeatedly warned Trump, the master of Zionist child killers and the Mossad organization, that you may start the war, but we will determine how it ends.
God damn it, guys. Like
Yeah,
6 months
I
ago,
don't
this
like
guy
the-
was not on front of a mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I don't like this guy should not be in front of a microphone, and it's our fault that he's here.
Can we not do this?
The armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran, because they hold the initiative in the Strait of Hormuz, have no need to close the strait. Any closure of the Strait of Hormuz would be the result of the conditions that the United States and the Zionists have imposed on the countries of the world. We will never allow even a single liter of oil to pass through the Strait of Hormuz for the benefit of the United States, the Zionist regime, or their partners. Any vessel whose cargo or oil shipment is destined for the United States, the Zionist regime, or their hostile partners will be considered a legitimate target. Your strategy.
Fuck. Like, why did he think that they were afraid of him? That's like the only country not afraid of him. You know what I mean? That have been stockpiling. Like, they're like the doomsday preppers of countries. And that's the, God damn it, dude.
Of hiding behind Iran's neighboring countries in the Islamic and Muslim region of West Asia, and indeed the wider world, has expired. The tactic of your cowardly army hiding in civilian areas and the infrastructure of regional countries will not save your forces from the quagmire you have fallen into. Your vital centers and bases will burn one after another in the fire that you yourselves ignited, and this will happen again and again.
I think he's getting to the surrender part next.
Yeah, no, he definitely sounds like a guy who's about to surrender.
It's in the next paragraph, certainly.
He definitely doesn't sound like a dude who's gonna like have this devolve into guerrilla warfare at all.
Tit for that retaliation from our side is over. From now on, we pursue a policy of strike after strike until your complete punishment and regret. For once, be honest. Do not try to pose as heroes. Admit your defeat. Throughout the history of the United States and since the very inception.
He telling us to surrender.
I mean, that ain't gonna happen either, right? We're not gonna.
All right, hold.
It'll be like 20, 25 years, and then maybe we'll be like, all right, no, well, we have to leave the country at some point.
And we're also simultaneously done and just starting.
Of the ill-fated Zionist regime and acknowledge your wrongdoing and openly confess your mistake. You have repeatedly pointed to the presence of your naval forces in the region's waters. Yet even the one time you moved slightly forward, you retreated in the face of Iran's missile power. From the very
He's talking directly to Hegseth right now.
The first day of your aggression, we have been waiting for them, so that we may prove to you that your cowardly army is far smaller than.
He's baiting. Don't do it, y'all. Back up. Just back. Nuh-uh. This motherfucker has been bombed for like the last 12 days straight, 13 days straight. He's like, come on. Bring your ship over here. Like, don't go.
What else you got? What else you got?
He got the cephalopod army over there. Don't do it. It's a trap.
You imagine. You will not be able to keep oil and energy prices artificially low through economic life support.
They know what they're doing, y'all.
He got you there.
Come on, man.
As we have already warned, if the war spreads.
And you already banned them, but for all the rest of these little bootlickers, are y'all ready to take Iranian refugees? So before you start yelling at us about anything else, I need to see in the chat that you are willing to take Iranian refugees into your city, into your home, into your country.
To a British pound super chat from Allie. What's next? Boots on the ground from the U.S. I mean, that's what the word is.
Yep.
That's what the scuttlebutt is around the White House. Is how are they going to do that if they're going to do that? We already took them in after 1979. Yeah, but are you willing to do it in 2026?
Right.
And if you want these people to be free so much.
Remember how we were freeing the Venezuelan people from the horrible Maduro, but also putting them in cages at the border for fleeing the murderous Maduro? Like,
right.
It doesn't make sense, guys. Like, if you want these people to be bad and they want to run, like, the people are bad. I'm not saying that they're not. Like, Maduro's bad. Khamenei is bad. So if people want to run away from that and flee and say, hey, can I hide in America? They're like, no, bitch, die. Like, you can't come in here. Like, what are you talking about? You can't come in here and escape oppression. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like our country is so hypocritical. We will say that of course, you know, the Iranian regime is terrible, and of course the Venezuelan president is terrible and all that stuff, but allow Venezuelans in the country? Allow Iranians in the country? No.
That's a shithole. That's a shithole country. We don't take shithole country.
Go back to the country that you came from, that we bombed the shit out of.
That's complete. That the salination plants are going on. Like, if those salination plants go, that region has 2 weeks, and everyone has to get out, or they're going to die of thirst. Sphere Lands 72 says, no doubt the UK will take refugees, and the normal people supporting the war will be wailing and hand wringing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You try to spend money in other countries to help them in a natural disaster. They get pissed about that. You try to get the people away from the horrible dictator. They get pissed about that. It's like, well, what is your solution? Blow up the whole thing. Okay, this is why you don't get. This is why you got the safety scissors, and we don't trust you around fire or electricity. Like,
they just don't want the people from over there coming over here, even though we're dismantling their country.
You breaking everything, and then you say, like, stay there in the broken stuff.
Ain't you ever heard, if you break it, you bought it?
No, don't tell them that.
Across the region, expect oil to reach $200 per barrel. Oil prices follow the level of security in the region, and the source of that insecurity is you. Our hands are full of stronger and more powerful blows. As we continue the previous enemy-crushing operations, we will avenge the pure blood of our martyred leader.
Just put out the motherfucking Epstein files. God damn.
Listen, this is... We talked about propaganda earlier. This is Iranian propaganda, right?
Yeah.
But this is to counteract the American propaganda that Pete Hegseth has been spouting for the last 2 weeks about how we're violently dismantling their military power and all that. This guy's trying to be like, well, you know, and we're just lying in wait. We're hiding, guys, and we're still going to strike you.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. We got Switzerland to break neutrality. That's not good,
sir. We have a organization piece right here.
This is sick shit.
Thank you for the 5 British pounds. Thank you so much from Viper Scout 1. Now read it. just going straight to the meat.
Switzerland just broke its 400 years of neutrality and condemned this war. And it's that bad guys. So a country that's neutral speaking out now. This what, yeah.
Broke my ass. It can only good happen.
Why would y'all let Grandpa Simpson start a war?
We don't like
our beloved nation, the innocent women and children, and the innocent angels of Midterm who were killed.
You don't have to watch, motherfucker.
No, he's got bin derangement syndrome.
Yeah, he's got BDS.
We should get...
Oh, man, yes. McKinnon, are you still in the chat? Start making fucking shirts right now.
We need bin derangement syndrome t-shirts, please.
We need Ride the D and bin derangement syndrome.
Oh, we should be Ride the Bin.
Ride the Bin.
Translator. All right, translator gave up. We ain't gonna get the rest.
Translator.
He just fucking turned his mic off or something.
Yeah, that guy's done.
That's mostly what he said. What the fuck? Where the rest of the thing at?
Mikey, I got one for you before you move on to this is related to what the Iranian dude was talking about here. Share screen.
Hi, Tammy.
We'll get back to Tammy in 1 second. Un momento, por favor.
Yeah, Tim, translate.
Nope. Not me.
Oh.
Just like Pete Hegseth, I only speak American. Oh boy. I tried to speak other languages. My brain just can't do it. I'm not as smart.
Translator was like, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that.
Major volatility in global energy markets and a moment of real concern for consumers, oil prices briefly surged overnight, coming close to $120 a barrel, levels we haven't seen since 2022. But by the end of the day, prices had fallen sharply, finishing closer to $87 a barrel.
This was Monday.
Even so, that's still much higher than before the war started, when oil was trading closer to $72 a barrel. Drivers are all.
Before the war, oil was trading at $65 a barrel.
Coincidence.
Already feeling it. The national average price of gasoline per gallon has risen nearly 50 cents since the conflict started. We're joined now by Daniel Yergin, Vice Chairman of S&P Global and a widely watched expert on energy, geopolitics, and economics. He's the author of several books, including The Prize, The Epic Quest for Oil Money and Power. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We have seen extraordinary volatility in oil markets, prices briefly spiking overnight before falling later today. What's driving these swings right now?
Tariff check.
What drove the prices up, of course, was the shutting of the Strait of Hormuz, through which passed 20% of world oil and 20% of LNG, liquefied natural gas, amplified by the fear of attacks on the very extensive infrastructure on the Arab side of the Gulf. And that was what drove prices to the level you're talking about. And now they've come down because the president says that this war may soon be over. And prices now, you compared them to 72, but if we really go back to where the prices were before the military buildup began, which is around $60 or so, they're still a good deal higher, but nowhere near that 120 that you were talking about.
You wrote recently in the Financial Times that the world could be facing a potential nightmare scenario. I hear you say the markets are responding to the president's latest comments, but what's the level of concern that this conflict could last far?
Not everyone has the buttery, dulcet tones of the headliners. But yo, these dudes do need to cough and clear their throat. They got like mad boogies up in there.
It's public broadcasting. They had their budget slashed. Cut them some slack.
You're right. You're right.
Far longer than the president is projecting. And if it does, how disruptive would that be for global energy supplies?
Cough it up.
Well, what would get one to the nightmare scenario would be an extended period of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, combined with extensive damage to the infrastructure. And that would be the type of thing that would send prices up high, even higher than what you were talking about, would hit financial markets, and could we saw in the 1970s, even push the world.
Sure hope no one comes out of those mountains and blows me up.
That's the nightmare scenario. But if, as of the last couple of hours, there's been a receding from that spectrum.
Look at all them ships.
The Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, said yesterday he believes that oil tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz could resume normally soon. Take a listen.
A large tanker went through the Gulf about 24 hours ago, through the Straits of Hormuz.
Hey, pause.
So we're still focused.
Remember when we were talking about fucking propaganda?
Yeah.
This is the shit I'm talking about. That motherfucker went on Twitter and said, "Oh, no worries, guys. A ship just made it through the Strait of Hormuz, aided by the American Navy," and then deleted the fucking thing. And then KK Caroline. And then KK Caroline said, "Well, it could happen."
Well, guys, it might happen if your captains had some balls, we could get going.
Yeah, have some guts.
Focus right now on continuing to attrit their missile and drone capability to reduce their ability to disrupt traffic, to attack their 10 neighbors that they have been attacking.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Lando was wrong. I was right.
Why? What did Landon say?
Because he's like, oh, they're gonna make a bomb and it's gonna do all this stuff, and then like none of that actually happened. They just were attacked anyway.
Yeah.
So. And that work is going tremendously well.
Do you share that optimism? Just today, as we sit here and speak, President Trump is addressing reporters, and he suggested that there might be naval protection for tankers. Would that be appropriate or necessary?
Well, that's certainly would recall what has happened in decades past when there were convoys that escorted it. And one big tanker did pass through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. It's about a day away from arriving in India. But there's still, I mean, for people shipping, most people are not shipping oil because they're still worried about attacks. They're worried about drones. They're worried about explosive speedboats. And until their sense of security is there, and
those speedboats, Iran has like a large supply of, by the way.
Yep. The tunnels are filled with them on little dollies with wheels to be just rolled out into the sea.
Insurance rates come down, we won't see that passage, but that's a question of really how the overall war goes.
If energy costs continue to climb, where might Americans feel it the most beyond the gas pump?
Everywhere.
I think, it's really in the gas pump is where you'd feel it more, but it shows up in a lot of other things. People don't think about it, but energy is a big cost going into food. Our agriculture, about 70% of the cost of food, it's been estimated, comes from energy, and that would show up in transportation and processing. But of course, the one that people see every day is that
the warehouses,
those numbers on the signs outside the gasoline stations.
Yeah, and since we're already fucking tariffing every country in the world at 15% or whatever,
God, it's okay. We're getting our beef from Argentina now.
Yeah, that's right. We have to ship it in. Guess what? It costs energy to ship it in.
And I bet that's going to fuck up the equation for how they planned on reclaiming all of that Venezuelan oil. And gold. They have so much gold. Just stealing from people. God damn.
The president made the case that there's still plenty of oil on reserve. What should Americans understand about the difference between the physical supply and the fear that the markets reacted to overnight?
You're quite right that there is a difference in markets, that the price that you see, that the price that gets posted is what people are bidding because they're worried. And people start bidding for oil, bidding up the price of oil.
Oh, yes. So whenever you see the price of oil or the price of gasoline from the stock market, that is a futures market. People are bidding on, like here, this right here. Whenever you see this, it's speculators are bidding on what the contracted price of oil will be for that month. So right now they're bidding on the contract for oil for April. That's what this futures trading of oil and gasoline are. So you see April 2026 light crude sweet, or whatever it's called, light sweet crude. So the reason why our prices go up now and not in April is because they're anticipating paying these higher prices for the month of April, whatever this price ends up being. So they're raising the price now to make up the cost to the shippers and the producers and all that. So that's what all this is. And you can see, zoom it in a little bit here. Let's bring it into 1 month. So starting in March, which was the new contract, it's gone from 70 up to fucking, was it 94.52 right now? But that's what's happening, is they're bidding on the April contract for oil, on how much they're going to pay in April for crude oil. And it's the same thing for gasoline
and natural gas. But you mentioned storage, that we have a system of strategic reserves that was actually established after the oil crises of the 1970s to deal exactly with this type of situation. And of course, now there's discussion among the US and among other Western countries who belong to the International Energy Agency about actually releasing oil from those strategic stockpiles.
What are you watching beyond the president's rhetoric to get a sense of where the market really is?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, obviously, you look at price and then also whether you start seeing where the shortfalls show up. And actually, you asked the impact for Americans. The biggest impact has actually been in Asia so far. because 80% of the oil that comes out of the strait goes east to Asia, over 90% of the LNG. And so we really get the rebound of the impact of shortages in Asia. But you know who the biggest beneficiary of the very high prices is? Vladimir Putin, who makes a lot more money, which he can then use to fund his war in Ukraine.
Daniel Yergin of S&P Global, thank you for sharing your insights with us.
Oh, little infographic for us here. The top oil-producing states, Texaco, New Mexico, and North Dakota, produce as much as 9 million barrels per day in 2025. Are we watching the beginning of the end of the world? I don't think so. I'm not a doomsday sayer. But it's not great. It's not going great. Mikey said he'll be back. I'll put his video up. I can't play his video, but whatever. Whatever. Allie put up this global shipping tracker. So let's see. Here, maybe we can share this for a minute. This is the oh, I gotta take Mikey's video off. There we go. Production, haha. So this is, here's the strait, right? Now, as you can see, there's a lot of ships just waiting. They're just hanging out up in the channel up here. There's Kuwait. This is all Iran right here. This is the Iranian coast. There's Iraq. There's the Iraqi coastline, the little Iraqi coastline right there. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman. So it looks like a bunch of ships are just holed up. And there is very little traffic through the actual strait. There are some ships going through the strait. And there's a lot of ships just out here. Looks like they're waiting. There's India. But yeah, so that's usually what's going on. Oh, we got one of these. Yeah, what do we got going through here? You can click on these ships. Oil tanker. Yeah, there's a lot of ships just waiting. Some of them are buoyed together. These are all oil tankers. But you can see usually this area right up here, this is the actual like strait right up here where the big bend is. Usually this is pretty busy. Usually there's a lot going on. But there's not a ton of traffic through the strait at the moment. Yeah, it is a bottleneck. And when Iran said they were going to shut it down, I mean, look at how much of this strait they have a coastline of. They can kind of do whatever they want. If you notice, most of the ships are on the other coast over here. The Kuwait and Saudi Arabian coast. There's Qatar. Here, Ali, post this in the chat again. This was a link that Ali sent us. But let's check in on So that's the price of oil. What's the price of gasoline like right now?
Oh my God. Give me another minute because the cat threw up on the frickin' table.
On the table?
I'm taking a picture.
That's gross.
It's going to be even grosser when I send it to you.
No. There we go. Gasoline. Ooh, you can make it bigger. There we go. So let's say this is still February. So I don't know here. February 27th. That's about when the war began. Gas closed at $2.07 a gallon. Today it's what? $2.92.88. So $2.93 essentially a gallon. Mikey needs another minute, so let's. What else we got? Hey, this will be fun. We got a video about Trump derangement syndrome. I'm sure this will be fun.
Comedian Bill Maher went to the White House and had dinner with President Trump. He got a lot of criticism for it. Later, when he spoke out against the president, Trump went ballistic and attacked him, calling Maher a jerk, very boring, and an overrated lightweight. Well, on Friday night, Bill Maher on his program spoke directly to the president.
Hit the microphone.
And I thought what he said was really important, and I want you to watch it.
By the way, before we hear from Bill Maher, fuck Bill Maher. That guy is such a fucking jack off. He's the worst.
What George Bush said to Obama on the day he was inaugurated. We want you to succeed. I always want the American president to succeed, and I do give credit when you have. But there's lots of stuff you do that is not my idea of success, and I have every right to say so in a democracy. It's not derangement for me to be always calling out the election-denying obsession you have, or the pardons from my friends and punishment from my enemies mode of governing, or the side deals for your family that always seem to be part of everything. We see how rich you've all become, but the people of West Virginia don't seem to be feeling the winning.
What Bill said bears repeating. He was pleading with the president to wake up and understand how a mature and elected world actually works. The president can and has gotten credit for things he's accomplished. For example, pushing U.S. allies to contribute more money to NATO and securing the border. People have acknowledged this, which is why the way Trump handles even an inch of criticism is absurd. His response is that it's all bias. Bias means having a belief so deep it doesn't matter what the facts are. That is very different from an opinion. An opinion is a conclusion based on a set of facts.
That sounds like all the MAGAs in the chat.
That is what we should want the world to be. Anyone from everyday Americans to the most powerful among us should be able to look at a set of facts.
Yeah, the people who support him have the derangement syndrome.
And if it's critical of the president,
they have TDS.
That's not Trump derangement syndrome. The president only hurts himself and hurts our country when he wants to silence anyone.
No, it's true. When Bill is right, he is right. He's just Bill likes to play the fucking I'm a libertarian centrist game, or he like pretends that he used to be liberal or whatever. My problem is with Bill is that he got rich and he fucking hates paying taxes. And he lives in California and he doesn't like all the regulation in California. Bill Maher is a fucking poser, but is occasionally correct.
Okay. I'm Bill Maher. Okay.
You did not send me a picture of your cat throwing up.
Okay. Hey,
your leader, and you're so
I don't want
awesome.
No, I don't want it.
That kind of attitude
I just sent it.
Divides us more, and we will all pay the consequences. Republicans who dare to criticize the president publicly get called names and are banished from the Republican universe.
Like,
Those
come on.
who go on TV to do interviews, they have one purpose: to own the libs. We should all welcome real reporting, and we should welcome educated opinions, and smart debate. That is
Hello.
what makes our businesses stronger, our country
That's us
better,
right here.
and our news media.
Fucking where you? Look no
I wanna welcome
further.
Mark Short. He's the former chief of staff for Vice President
Whoa.
Mike Pence and served as White House legislative.
Someone needs to put that guy back. He's not ready.
You said he's raw.
You know what he looks like? He looks like from the Super Mario Brothers movie, the live action one. He looks like one of the Goombas.
Yo, leave him alone. He might be CIA like slacking. Remember, we had all them slacking like Miss Frizzle jokes.
That's true.
And then we were like, I don't know who said that. Somebody hacked our audio. We don't know who it was, though.
Affairs Director during Trump's first term. He now serves as chair of Advancing American Freedom Board. Mark, I'm so glad you're here because you have been at the center of this, okay? Mike Pence has never strayed from core conservative values, right? He's the portrait of it, right? He was Donald Trump's vice president, yet he could not be in worse standing with Donald Trump. How can we operate as a functioning government or functioning society if this is where we are?
Well, Stephanie, thanks for having me on your show. I think the reality is that you're right. Mike Pence was very loyal to President Trump throughout.
He needs facial
I think
hair.
He viewed it as his role as vice president.
He needs something.
Because he viewed that the president was the one that the Americans elected.
Eyebrows.
But ultimately, we who serve in public service, we take an oath to uphold the Constitution. And that's the premier oath that we have. And it's paramount and it's important in our democracy.
A nice hat.
I'd take that.
Or maybe a kerchief.
An ascot.
Just something, man. Something.
That's the way our public officials conduct their business. And that includes not just those serving the White House, but those also who are elected in Capitol Hill.
I talk to business leaders all the time who privately say, it's terrible what he's doing, or I don't agree with what he's doing, but I can't possibly say it.
I am so fucking tired of all these people who privately say Donald Trump is bad and Donald Trump is this and Donald Trump is that, and they don't fucking say it in public.
Right.
Dude, according to everyone talks about Donald Trump behind his fucking back.
Yep.
If everyone is talking about Donald Trump behind his back, say it to his fucking face.
Tell him he doesn't understand what tariffs are, because that shit's annoying. Just uses the shit backwards all the time.
Tell him he's a dumb motherfucker. Like Rex Tillerson told him to his face, and that's why he was no longer a Secretary of State. Like, honestly, if all these big business leaders and every Republican in Congress secretly thinks that Trump is a fucking moron, then can we all agree that he's a fucking moron and just say it?
No.
What is he going to do at this point? You're Congress. You're the business leaders that he's trying to get on his side. If you're not actually on his side, stop playing fucking games. Don't do the work for him.
Stop complying in advance.
I really it annoys me so much that people will just suck up to him just to suck up to him. Like, they're not even in the cult. They know he's terrible.
Or the reflexive blaming of Joe Biden for everything. Like, dude, he is gonna be fucking dead in the next year and a half. Like, the motherfucker had colorectal cancer. He's 1,000 years old already. What are you gonna do when he's dead? Still keep blaming him? Still keep, like, you gotta understand that we are the adults in the room right now. We're the ones that are supposed to be in charge of running things. And by letting the geriatrics run things, you see how poorly it's going. Take that same frustration you feel about Joe Biden and run for fucking local office. Or, Jesus Christ. Or at a minimum, just watch some coverage that is counter to what you already believe. That you stop falling for shit all the time.
2 British pound super chat from Allie.
Ooh, baby.
The guy needs a tricorner hat and an ascot.
Yeah, I want to be surprised that he's bald.
I think the tricorner hat would suit him.
He could totally pull it. 100%.
Yeah. And someone said, you can't tell Trump anything to his face. You won't exist anymore. Trump ain't that fucking tough, man.
Yeah, just like he fucking told that guy called him a fucking pedophile protector. He's like, ugh. fuck you, fuck you. And then they tried to get him fired. And then they were like, union, bitch. You can't just fire me for no reason. Where is it in the fucking books that you can fire me? The fuck?
Right. Michael Cohen still exists as a human being. And he has said some shit about Trump.
You know, I thought about him randomly yesterday. How come his fixer is just running around and isn't, you know, tied up like a loose end or brought back into the fold?
Right.
Because he definitely hasn't.
He went to jail.
Right.
But he's like just out. He's out and about.
Hey, Congress, fucking subpoena him. Right?
And man, he would tell you anything too. He's already done with Trump.
He's not going back to fucking jail. That's for goddamn sure. Fucking subpoena Michael Cohen. Get the fixer in the room. Because everyone else that they're bringing up there is just going to fucking lie.
Yo, here we go with the fucking cope. There's no evidence that Trump is a pedophile.
Oh, you got it, buddy.
Everyone knew about Epstein, and Trump was the one who brought him down.
And that's why Trump had him taken out in that fucking jail cell, huh? Yeah. Okay, buddy. Oh, you did say one. Howard says boomer rage will get you what you want in about 20 years from now. Then you will receive rather than from youngers. Whew.
Wow.
That is tough syntax.
That is, you might want to rewrite one of those sentences.
One of them.
One of them.
But here's the thing. My whole goal is not to extract all of the wealth out of my child's generation. I'm not trying to literally live a mortgage-free, rent-free, carefree life at the expense of someone else's generation. Did you know people who own like 14 fucking Airbnbs at 40? No, I didn't think so. No. But these 60-year-olds sure know how to manage properties, don't they?
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So on February 28th, Donald Trump launched his war against Iran. By March 1st, Iranian strikes had hit at least 6 surrounding countries. But all the Trump administration said to Americans in the region was exercise caution. On March 2nd, the State Department finally told Americans in over a dozen countries to evacuate, but gave no real guidance on how to do that. As thousands of flights were canceled, the State Department initially told Americans to, quote, not rely on the U.S. government for assistance, departure, or evacuation. Let's be clear. The Trump administration chose this war. They planned this war for months, and they made no plans to safeguard hundreds of thousands of Americans in the region. There is no excuse for this. And I just want to draw a comparison here. In 2006, the State Department...
It says it's 1080p, but I don't believe them.
Requested...
Howard said, live and learn, young men. You're getting there. Mikey, actually, Howard, how young do you think we are?
Good question. Let's start. That's a good place to start.
What are our relative ages?
What age bracket do you think that we are in?
what target
20s,
demo are
30s,
we?
40s? Where do you think we sit on that timeline? Oh wait. Damn it. I'm trying to do the South Korean heart thing. I think my thumb's the wrong shape. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, middle 30s. Or I don't know what Midwest 30s is.
No, that's not it.
Early 20s. Damn, I wish.
We out here looking good. The microplastics, baby.
Damn, the microplastics really preserves you, I guess.
We spend so much money on visual effects. We both have about 10 filters on.
All filter right here.
Well, you're kind of close. You know what? It's always someone. You know what I mean? It's always one.
At least they didn't do anything. God damn it. No. No.
It was a trick when we bit the hook like morons.
God damn it.
Every time.
Here we go. Old enough to think you know something, but not old enough to know better. Couldn't you say that about anyone? Especially you?
I mean,
you condescending fuck.
And that's literally what we were fucking saying earlier, and you're proving my point. Because Howard, when did you purchase your first home? How old were you? And how much was it, if you don't mind? Since you want to fucking, get all up in our business. I'm 38, by the way.
39.
So when did you purchase your first home? And how much was it? And Diascent, you too. When did you purchase your first home and how much was it? Yeah, 23 Republicans can stop this right now. Just saying. Exactly.
Yes.
And this is where the voters come in, which is the reason why we do the fucking show. Is if we show enough people, even fucking Diascent and fucking Howard over here, if we show them actually what's happening, as opposed to the American propaganda that is being force-fed down your throat and shoved into your fucking veins against your will, they want you to believe that everything is going perfectly fine and good because they are scamming you.
Dyson says, I bought my house at 28 for $100. What house did you buy for $150,000?
Brother.
Was it 30 years ago?
Brother. $150,000 won't even get you a townhouse. You can't even buy an apartment for that.
150. You can't even get a fucking condo for $150,000.
That's 2 cars.
Right?
And probably had fucking 2% interest and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
what? All right. What is the value of your house currently?
It's a starter home that was built in the 40s that needed renovated. See, you can't get that here. You can't even get those now. The renovated need some work houses are like $250,000, $280,000, dude.
Yeah, here we go. Was $150,000. Now it's over $500,000.
And we don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
I'm sorry, previous generations, you had that shit on fucking easy mode.
Now, one final question, so we can get a little bit more context here. What year did you buy your home? Your first home for $150,000?
Look at this.
%15. Jeez.
But they didn't even do it's 65 fucking K.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what's 15% when it's 65K?
You're talking about an extra 10 grand.
There we go. 2014. So a house worth $150,000 in 2014. 12 years later is worth $550,000.
You don't think that's inflated?
You don't think that's fucking insane? Because I'll tell you, I bought a house in 2018 for around $250,000. And then the price of it skyrocketed. Right? We got the gentrification. I don't think you know what gentrification means.
No, they're the gentrifiers. They're the gentrifying generation, like straight up. Like late boomers, early X. Yeah. And now keep in mind, me and my wife had to eventually say no on a house last year. Under 900 square feet on a double lot. They wanted 250, 260 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. What are we talking about?
That's not what gentrification is.
No.
That's corporatism. That's not gentrification. That's capitalism.
Right.
That's when all these investment firms buy all the houses. That's not gentrification.
That's private equity. Yeah. So thank you for confirming what we already knew. You are running on outdated software. You need to do your patch updates, and you need to reconnect with what America is today. We report on how America is now. Your fucking nostalgia and memories of how things used to work and how they work, none of that apparatus is even fucking functioning anymore, dude. Like, sorry, grandpa, but you're fucking proving my point. You're not as tapped in as you think you are. Your place of privilege does not give you foresight. I don't know how else to literally they buy up all the land and then improve. Okay.
That's not what gentrification
Look
is.
up what
Sorry,
it means, man. You over here arguing with us and you're just saying it worse and worse every time.
Right. This person impersonator is a bit closer. Gentrification is when you knock down the food market and build high-end restaurants in their place, pricing out ordinary folk. That's what gentrification is. It's not about improving the neighborhood.
Here we go.
It's about pricing out the people that live in that neighborhood.
DJ's got it. Private equity and shitification has made America unaffordable. This is what, like, so us talking about things that affect our fucking generation, not you guys, that the 50, the 45 and below, we have to navigate this shit for the next several decades. You already have a house and have this and everyone else is still trying to get that. And it's like the goalpost just keeps getting fucking pushed 30 yards at a time down it. Now it's into the stands. It's in the parking lot. It's across the street. And you want people to just, kick it upright like I did. So yeah, we're going to bitch about the fucking goalpost being moved. I think Tim's looking it up. Viper Scott, 2 British pounds. To be honest, what's the average house prices in the US? It varies a lot by state. Let me see. Average. This seems reasonable. As of early 26, the median existing home sales price is approximately $356 to $398. The new home average is 514.
Here, I have I think an unimpeachable source here. I mean, it's British, but Here we go. I'll make it bigger. I'll make it bigger so everyone in the back can see. Britannica. Gentrification is the process in which wealthier, privileged, typically white individuals move into neighborhoods that are largely populated by poor working-class residents who are frequently and predominantly people of color, the newcomers ultimately displacing the original residents. The term was first coined in 1964 by British sociologist Ruth Glass. And I can confirm that because I teach it. The term was first coined... Oh, I already read that. He used it to describe the displacement of London's working-class residents by wealthy newcomers.
DJ says, I bought my house in 2019 for $150K. They are telling me that oh, God damn you, DJ. 6-7 years later, it is $300K. Like, this is what, like, people are not. That's not what you said.
That's not what you said. You said they go in and they make the neighborhoods better. You didn't say anything about them going in and forcing out the people who already fucking live there.
Well, that's what he meant.
You only gave part of the definition. That's partial credit, sir.
Yeah. You didn't finish.
You didn't finish. You would not have passed.
Report from DOD just 2 days into the war in Lebanon. Transcom arranged ships, commercial charter, and military flights for nearly 15,000 Americans. So, General Reed, let me ask you, if the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense asked Transcom for help to evacuate Americans, would you provide that support?
Senator, I would.
Thank you. So, General Reed, we're almost 2 weeks into this war. have Secretary Rubio and State Department made any requests for Transcom to help evacuate Americans out of the Middle East?
Senator, on the 28th of February, the Department of State made a request to my department for that, and we have provided some assistance.
So you're saying they made that request back on February 28th?
Yes, Senator.
So when we called them yesterday, they said they had not asked you for assistance. Can you explain why that would be so?
Senator, I cannot explain that.
I just don't understand this. And you have been helping them all this time?
Senator, what we have done is through Central Command have responded to the request for the State Department to provide airlift at locations that they have.
Oh my God. That's not how eminent domain works. The next one is I'm rich, so I have the right to your house. That's what they think eminent domain is. I know they got timed out for a few seconds, so when you come back, please explain to me that you know how eminent domain works. Eminent domain is not rich people taking other people's houses. That's
the highway. That's the highway going through your neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. That's
or an expansion of the highway, like going into your land. Like, what are you
eminent
talking
domain
about?
and gentrification don't even like. There's no intersection there, except for eminent domain makes gentrification worse because you use highways to divide up neighborhoods and shit like that. Like, it's crazy that this person has no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Like, go look up what happened in Tulsa and Black Wall Street. That should clear up a lot of your gentrification versus eminent domain issues. But it's like, God damn, dude. Eminent domain, the new leader. No, that's not his name. That's not his name.
Specified.
And how much have you airlifted in this period of time? How many people?
Senator, I'll have to get that number
Can you
for you
give
for
me
the
a
record.
rough idea?
Senator, it's been in the hundreds.
Hundreds, not in the thousands.
That's correct. But I will say that as we continue to watch the situation, there have been other flights and other opportunities for American citizens to get out of the way. Some of that has been by ground transportation, and some of it has been by commercial charters by the State Department.
Are you saying you're not doing more because you think that Americans who are in the region are currently being adequately served by commercial flights and private vehicles out of the region? Is that what you're saying?
Senator, what I'm saying is we have responded to requests for specific tasks in conjunction.
Are you talking about her native heritage grant? That's funny, dude.
Yo.
Motherfuckers can't have
Elizabeth
nothing.
Warren went to commuter college. She went to commuter college. She was fucking poor.
Night school.
Look it up.
Y'all gotta stop repeating shit you just hear. Confirm things before you say them.
She is rich. She is rich now.
Yeah.
But she went to fucking commuter college, guys.
With the commercial flights and what Transcom is providing, there are a number of ways to get our citizens out of harm's way.
Okay, and what I'm trying to understand is why you're not doing more, because I'm hearing from my constituents who are stranded there, who've been stranded there for 2 weeks, and they're asking for help, and they're not getting help from the U.S. government. And you're telling me that you're not helping because you think they've got plenty of other ways to get out of the region? Or is it that Secretary Rubio is not asking you for that help? I just want to understand who bears responsibility here.
Senator, it is the responsibility of all to care for the citizens that we have in harm's way. And as we receive a tasking and the opportunities to do that, Transcom is responding.
Okay, so my constituents and other Americans who are trapped in the region are trapped there because Secretary Rubio is not asking you for help. Is that right? I just want to understand what's happening.
We've been asked for help and we're available to do that. And so as we are able and the conditions permit with CENTCOM, we are involved in all the all the coordination to meet our citizens where we can get to them and then transport them to
So you have
safety.
provided all the help you've been asked for. You just haven't been asked for more help. Is that right?
Senator, we have been tasked and we have responded to each of those tasks.
Look, I understand military speak here, but I don't understand how it is that we could get 15,000 people evacuated shortly after the war in Lebanon, and now we've still got thousands, tens of thousands of people trapped in the region, and I'm not understanding what your answer is here, and I don't think the American people are either.
Thank you, Senator Warren.
If that person in the chat is still here, John Stevenson. She started working when she was 13 as a waitress at a local diner when she lived in Oklahoma, because that's where she fucking grew up.
You hear it in her talk.
Her dad was a salesman who died of a heart attack, and her family went into bankruptcy because of his medical bills. I wonder why she hates health insurance companies so much. Her families couldn't pay their loans. She won a contest for a scholarship to George Washington University when she was 16. And she left that to get married. And then she went to University of Hudson, which was the commuter college I was talking about, and got a Bachelor of Science degree in speech pathology and audiology. That is how Elizabeth Warren grew up. She's not some fucking rich motherfucker.
Doesn't fit what he wants to already yell at.
It's crazy that when actual people do the bootstraps thing, they get pissed off about it.
Well, they're rich now. Everyone in Congress is rich now. And if you don't think...
she's also like 70 years old.
Right. And if we're being quite fair and balanced, she can go too.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I'd like to see everybody in Congress under 50. And they need to be married with kids, or, you know what I mean? Or have a business and like just to, you know, be part of have some skin in the fucking game. But when people have their own home and they have millions of dollars in the bank, they don't feel like, you know what I mean? They don't make the same decisions that we would make because they don't have a vested interest in this shit. They're just playing politics. Meanwhile, the rest, this is regular ass real life for the rest of us. I should hope. And when I become ruler of this nation, every person will earn the average of what their constituents earn. Stop making six figures at the when your people average, you know, 40, the average income in your district is 40 grand and you make 167,000. Are you not setting up no kind of you know, benevolent multiple services area in your fucking district? Shame. Yes.
So like,
I'll be a benevolent dictator.
Yes, the people's king. He'll get a tattle belt and everything.
A chicken in every pot.
A chicken in every pot. And like Warren's one of the good ones.
Right.
And she still is reaching that upper age limit where it's like, all right, it's time to pack it in. It's time to let someone else. Not because she's a senator or whatever, but like she was the first head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau,
which
she
I
was
love.
the person who was supposed to oversee the TARP fund when we gave the fucking banks all that money.
Yeah.
And she was real about it. She's like, I don't have any power. All I can do is make a report and try and find out where the money is being spent. And then the banks didn't tell her where the money was going. She was like, I don't fucking know. But she was a Harvard professor where she taught bankruptcy law because it affected her so much in her youth. And she's always been an advocate for the same kind of stuff that Bernie has been an advocate for.
Yep.
And she's always trying to hold people accountable. I think I misspoke earlier when I said it was just Rand Paul and Bernie. Elizabeth Warren is always trying to hold people accountable, Democrat or Republican.
Katie Porter.
Yeah.
Who's running for governor in California? That might be great.
She's I think she was wasted as a senator, to be quite honest. She is much better as a regulator or someone heading up a bureau like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Yep.
I think that in politics, she has stumbled so many times because she is more of an academic and a regulator and someone who can actually get things done if you give her the means to do so.
And I'm also, when I become leader, I want all of these, there needs to be like a judge or something with all of these committees, you know, or some sort of prosecutorial body inside them to get charges going for people when they violate the law. Because it doesn't matter if she can just write 1,000 reports and then nothing happens after it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's no point of having accountability if there's no consequence for bad behavior. There needs to be a consequence, essentially. And I think if we just had, and we don't need a ton of new laws. I don't think we should make 6,000 new laws to help control everybody's life. That's not the issue. The issue is we have no fucking enforcement at all.
Right.
And the little enforcement that we do is only towards people that are in like the bottom 40% of earners. Those people are like, as much white collar crime, fraud and theft and all the shit that runs everywhere in all sectors of this country. Those people never go to fucking jail. Why not? I bet you they couldn't amass billions and billions of dollars when they're sitting in a fucking cell because they fucking frauded people.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that Warren was always fighting over, even after she became a senator, was that like there was no accountability to the banks when we gave them all that money after 2010. There was no accountability to the CEOs who got golden parachutes after all of their financial crimes that they definitely committed, and then came to the government saying, "Please, sir, may I have some money, sir? We spent it all. We don't know what we're doing."
We gave ourselves golden parachutes. Remember that? Remember the golden parachutes that all of us taxpayers paid for?
And when the government asked her what happened to all the TARP fund money, she said, "I don't know. The banks aren't allowed. The banks don't have to tell me. I can only say where the money where we gave the money to initially. After that, there's no accountability. So what are you supposed to do? You wrote the law poorly."
And that's our problem. Is instead of shit being like the way that me and you are speaking to each other and the way the chat speaks with us, that is not what's happening in Congress. It's this team of lawyers versus that team of lawyers. And they're all parsing every fucking comma, every contraction, everything.
Yeah.
To get their clients out of paying their fair share.
Yeah.
And we're sick of it.
Speaking of the chat, Dissent, you mess with the wrong people, bro.
You should have just stuck to us. Should have just picked on us.
Damn. By the way, you're wrong about your definition of gentrification. If you ever come back, you're wrong.
And to triple down on it is just crazy.
Yeah,
to triple down after Botanica is just insane. Insane. Ugh. Where was the other one I saw? That's not it. That's not it. I think it was, I watched, who was it? Sagar went on the Bulwark.
Okay.
And that was pretty funny. I was doing laundry, so I was just like listening to it or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I can't believe Trump went to war. Like I thought the people around him would have stopped it," and da da da. And it was like this really interesting conversation because Tim Miller from the Bulwark is the former campaign manager for Jeb Bush.
Okay.
So he's a never Trumper. He used to run with Bush, and he's in the old neocons, and then Sagar is like this new neocon who apparently didn't even give a shit about politics until like I forget how young he's a lot younger than he appears, because of the suits and all that shit like that. But he's not that old, And he was like, oh yeah, I voted or I tried to vote for Trump the first time and da-da-da. Like, so he didn't even get into politics until like 2014, 15. So it's like, and I hope the people in the crowd understand this too. Just because you started paying attention to politics at one time period, you are now responsible for knowing the history of it, whether it's Iran, the region, or Palestine, or whatever it is. Like, as soon as you awaken politically, it's homework time. Like, you have so much reading to do. You have so much shit to do. And that's typically when people say, oh, I don't actually agree with what America did here, 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 and here. And that's a perfectly normal response. As you learn more things, you start to uncover that, oh, I was kind of like led astray. And I kind of got like the little kids' 7th grade history lesson about this, and not what other sources, like, especially because we have a large UK following, their history book doesn't read like our history book.
Right.
So when you have to talk with people from around the world, you have to talk about like what actually happened. You can't just give your Americanized version of shit, because it doesn't fly.
Right.
And it doesn't fly because it's not true. It didn't happen the way that they're telling you that it happened. But to be so reflexively on your own team's side, and your own team can do no wrong forever, that's how we get to where we are now with Trump, is when you guys are incapable of looking inward and saying, we got that part wrong. Let's adjust things. That's the other part that's so hard for them to do, to admit that things are wrong and then adjust things and to do them differently. Everyone has already said we needed to go into Iraq and Afghanistan in the beginning. And then at the end, everyone said there is no reason for us to be here. We should have not did it. So now you're doing the exact fucking same thing with Iran. You're doing the same fucking thing. You're saying, no, we have to go. We have to go. And then we'll give it another 25 years. And you'll say, I was never in support of this. This is stupid. Why would anyone do that? You're the stupid that you're making fun of later. You are the person that you are complaining about later. Everybody fucking
looking down the end of his little nose.
I mean, they were about to fucking barbecue to fucking Dixie Chicks because they're like, we don't want to blow up kids.
Right.
Go back and watch the fucking footage of shock and awe. And put some headphones on. And just take that in for about 20 minutes. It is unbelievable. And that was to get rid of the nukes that Saddam had.
Yeah, the supposed nukes that Saddam had.
We can't keep falling for this shit, guys. We can't keep falling for the same old. We did have I'm going to shift here, Tim. We did have some active weather situations in the Midwest. So I got a couple of
weather in the Midwest. Don't you guys just get like sunny days every day?
Sunny days. This is a time lapse. Let me go back to the beginning. It goes kind of quick.
It's a tornado.
Starts to swirl in. Crazy.
Let's read.
And okay, good. This is the next one I wanted anyway. We did have some loss of life because this was pretty bad.
Cap. What we know so far, a large tornado has touched down in Kankakee County. There are reports of significant damage. We've shown you video not only of the tornado, but we're also getting video, Ian, showing damaged homes, power lines down, trees down, and debris fields. When that storm kind of picks up a house or other damage, it then spits out the debris in every direction. It's actually one of the big dangers of a tornado is the force with which it spits out wood and nails and glass and every other thing that it comes into contact with. So that storm has raced across Kankakee County, across the state line into Indiana, where there was significant damage reported in Jasper and Newton County.
I mean, what is this community supposed to do against a funnel cloud that is the size of the neighborhood?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
There's not too much you can do.
As
Porter
well.
and LaPorte counties, yeah.
Oh, and I hope our FEMA money comes in.
Yeah, you ain't.
We know that it's heading that way, and we do know that
Spent
in
it all
the
on
Wheatfield
steak.
area, just south of
And fucking Mount Rushmore horse videos.
the river, that there was a tornado in that area as well. Please be careful.
And
This
airplanes.
tornado is going pretty swiftly. Earlier, it was at 30 miles per hour. I'm not sure what it's being clocked at right now, but it is very fast moving. It is knocking out power everywhere. And now that it's dark, it's even more dangerous. You can't see when the power lines are down. You can't see if it's heading your way. So go into your basement if you have one, or get into the middle part of your home or your apartment. Stay low. You need to be as lowest as you can from towards the ground. Try not to travel anywhere. Don't get in your cars. That is not wise to do right now. Get off the streets. As Ben said, the debris will be flying everywhere. We don't know what way.
And see, like this person's house is ruined.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
And
'Cause
like
it was raining
you know,
really bad that night too.
Tornadoes are not something that is, they've gotten better at predicting them, but they're not entirely predictable. They only measure the strength of a tornado after it's gone through a neighborhood. They can't say, oh, there's an F4 tornado coming towards your area. All they can be like is there's a tornado's coming and we don't know what is going to happen. So get the fuck out of the way. Like, hide. Like it's literally like, yeah, well, Trump ain't gonna pay nobody for nothing.
She needed a new jet with no fucking engine in it. Two of them.
It's literally like those like nuclear safety drills they used to make kids do in the 50s or whatever.
Right.
Like a nuke is coming. Good luck.
If only there was a way to minimize the strength of tornadoes by not heating up the atmosphere.
Yeah, but Mikey, listen. First of all, global warming is a hoax. We all know that. We all know this. This is well-known science at this point.
Is known. It is known.
This is known. It is known.
We need to get that on there.
But the only effect of global warming is like sea level rising, and people, if the sea levels are rising, they can just move inland. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that needs to be done.
But it can only good happen.
Speaking of Sager.
Now to a massive cover-up in the United States government, multiple casualties hidden from the United States of America in that initial strike where multiple U.S. service members were killed. But before we even get to any of that, Donald Trump on the campaign trail yesterday declaring victory, one might even say mission accomplished in the war in Iran. Let's take a listen.
Is that a great name? Well, it's only good if you win. You can only do. And we've won. Let me say, we've won. You never like to say too early you won. We won. We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over.
He always says the thing. He's like, listen, it's not a good idea to say that you've won this early, but we won. Like, he knows somewhere in his brain. I'm sure that there's like parts that aren't connecting because his brain's melting. But he knows that he's not supposed to say this shit. And he says it anyway.
And I think a woman passed out behind him, and then like it took them forever to get like EMTs up there or something like that. It's just
yeah. He didn't care.
Oh, we won. But they gave me a list of names that sir, you can pick the name you'd like, sir.
And also, it's hilarious that he thought that he was going to be able to like pick the Pope in another religion.
Right.
I will select the next Ayatollah. Are you a imam that we weren't aware of? Again, people just assume that they know shit about a country. Did you look up how they select a leader? Because it doesn't look like he's part of the Council of 80 old dudes with beards who selected the Ayatollah.
Is it the name of what? The name of the attack on Iran, sir. And they gave me like 20 names. And I'm like falling asleep. I didn't like any of them. Then I see epic, Fury. I said, I
Yeah,
like
Pete
that
Hegseth wrote
name.
that one.
I like that name.
We won. And if you want to see how much we're winning, let's put
Why?
A2 up there
Okay.
on
Okay.
the screen.
Why is the only thing he cares about in this whole fucking thing? I got to pick the name. You're the president of the United States. Why is that your biggest accomplishment of this war? Is I got to pick the name. It was Epic Fury. It sounded the best, I thought. It was best for TV.
It'll make great memes. Reporting from Jennifer Jacobs via CBS News, an Iranian drone attack in Kuwait that killed U.S. service members in the early hours of the war in Iran was more severe than previously known, with dozens suffering injuries that included brain trauma, shrapnel trauma, and burns per sources. More than 30 remained in hospitals yesterday with battle injuries, one at Brooke Medical Center in San Antonio, 12 at Walter Reed, and 25 at Landstuhl in Germany, sources said. Of those, about 20 arrived on a C-17 military transport aircraft at Landstuhl on Tuesday with injuries. The military designated as urgent and requiring evacuation. More than 100 medical personnel were sent to Landstuhl to assist.
Billy's got a good name. Operation Big Shoes.
Bootstraps. Fucking. What is going on with the internet today?
Operation Little Marco, Big Shoes.
I just don't get to press play anymore. Oh,
you don't get to press play.
Sometimes my
YouTube is broken.
I'm pushing it.
It's broken.
Turning
Mikey,
out
they
to be a
know.
massive cover up in the United States.
No, I'm
government.
reporting on this shit. Fuck y'all.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Here in the DMV area. 25 at Landstuhl in Germany. Of those, about 20 arrived on a C-17 military transport aircraft at
They mad I read it first? Like, come on, man.
Landstuhl on Tuesday with injuries the military designated as, quote, urgent and
We get to
requiring
read it, no one else.
evacuation. More than 100 medical personnel were sent to Landstuhl to assist. What's even worse is that we can see how they initially described the attack. Let's put that one up there on the screen. This is what they said on the day. As of 9:30 a.m., 3 U.S. service members have been killed in action. 5 are seriously wounded. Several others sustained, quote, minor shrapnel injuries and concussions and are in the process of being returned to duty. A straight up lie there from the Pentagon. And if you want to see how bad it was, a surviving U.S. service member, Sergeant First Class Corey Hooks, actually described the moment that drone struck the Tactical Operations Center and what it was like. You can see the injuries that he sustained. Let's take a listen.
I remember turning my head to the left and I seen the nose of that drone pop through. And as soon as it did, I knew what it was. It was either a missile or a drone. So I turned to my right, and that's when it blew up and just blew the whole building apart. Life is precious. Life is short. You never know when you're going to be put in a situation like we were in.
Wow. It's tragic. Sergeant Hicks, I mean, you could see the injuries to his face, to his hand. He's lucky to survive. But there's so many of his other, comrades who are now literally, languishing in hospitals. And they lied to us. They lied to us completely. Also, we should note, I think at least 5 were killed in this attack. We don't know the exact number, but don't forget about the other recent service members who.
And before we all say anything, Sagar is a right winger. He used to report for the DOD. He is a staunch right winger.
We've learned about who were killed in attacks on Saudi Arabia. What's the wounded number there? What's the wounded number for all the bases that we're about to show people, which have been attacked? Some 17 different bases or sites from the United States military, where we've had untold billions of damage, but more importantly, wounded service members. We have no idea the number of casualties. We know that the current number is somewhere around 150. That was just a couple of days ago. But you can see right there what the cover-up is currently happening right now. And it only continues to escalate.
Well, and here's the thing, like all governments lie. And actually democratic governments tend to, like small d democratic governments actually tend to lie.
I know crystal ball.
Yeah.
More because they have to bring their population on board. So they have more of an incentive to lie to their population. But This is something different
She used to
from
be,
the Trump administration. And what's
MSNBC.
different here, and we've seen this, it reminds me of the lies around Renee Good, the lies around Alex Preddy, the lies that we've seen routinely from this administration, where they have to know that the video is going to emerge. They have to know that the service members who survived are going to come out and speak. They have to know that the family members who lost loved ones or whose loved ones are now gravely injured, not just with minor boo-boos, the way they tried to frame it to begin with, are going to ultimately speak. They know this information is going to come out, and yet they lie anyway. That is what is so incredibly wild to me. And so, I think a lot of people are being treated as conspiracy theorists for saying, like, are we getting the real story about the overall casualty number, the number of deaths, but specifically the number of injuries? And now, those concerns about the fact that this government just routinely lies about even things that are going to come out eventually, that concern has been completely validated.
And I don't know how to say this to you guys again, but you need to be careful about the information that you digest. You need to vet everything. You need to use critical thinking. You can't just blindly trust what the Trump regime says. They will just lie and make shit up. That motherfucker literally went up, fucking Witkoff went up there and said, we are the, which secretary was it? Now I'm getting my fucking names mixed up because I'm so fucking pissed. But that oil shot up and he said, no, we escorted some ships through there. It's fine. And then the price went back down. Like, they are lying to manipulate markets so they can continue to steal from you. Don't take your eye off the ball. They're just stealing.
And Besson just said, according to Sky News, Besson just said that we will begin escorting ships through the strait as soon as militarily possible. But I think the markets have had enough of the lying and have not changed. So I got one more for you, Mikey. This one is unrelated but hilarious.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent to use a prop during my remarks.
Oh, Lord.
We're in a quorum call, Senator?
Senator Kennedy.
Senator, we're in a quorum call?
We're in a quorum call. I'm sorry. I ask that the quorum call be suspended.
Without objection.
Do I have to ask you again to use a prop?
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, before I go to my topics, I want to recognize one of my colleagues, Mr. Connor Domain. He is,
oh, Lord,
my right, your left. Connor has been one of my colleagues for a while.
Ooh, Mikey, we got it. If you don't like it, get out. Get out.
Why are you still here if you didn't like how Biden was running the place?
Yeah, right.
How come you're still
Also,
here?
What the fuck is that picture?
His picture is an artist rendition of what angels look like if you drew them from the descriptions of the Bible.
Oh, so he's some sort of Bible thumper. That's what we're going with.
It's all wings and eyes.
Yeah.
And then
okay, I see it now. I see it.
And then the people ran up and said, "Ooh, I want to have sex with that." Ooh, I want to have sex with that. That's an angel. That's your book. That's your book.
Ooh. What else you got?
I mean, you're the one with a weird fucking sex demon on your as your fucking profile picture. Look, brother, if you want to fuck angels that are all eyeballs, that's not my.
Everyone's got their kinks, man. Everyone's got their kinks.
We don't kink shame on this. We don't kink shame on this. Dude, why are you still here? You should be moved out of here because fucking Barack Obama came in here and ruined your life. And then Joe Biden came in and ruined your life more. I thought you would have moved to another country by now.
Yeah, if you didn't like it, you should have gotten the fuck out.
Say it to your face that you like to fuck eyeballs. I don't know. Do you have a face or wait, is this your picture? Are you an angel? Are you the angel? Are you the angel that's all eyeballs and feathers? Is that you? Is that your face?
Of how fucking square it is.
Hilarious.
Oh, Legend's pissed. Who is this motherfucker to say that we are giving India permission to buy oils from Russia for 30 days? Yo, Legend, I'll pass it up the ladder, man. I'm sorry. I won't scream it, but I will say from the river to the sea. I don't want to yell. I have a kid.
Yeah, I don't want to yell either, but free Palestine.
Yeah. We're down, but we're not gonna like start screaming.
This fucking guy's gonna tell us that we shouldn't have sugar in our coffee.
I rely on him a lot,
Tim,
including for.
Hey, I like sugar in my cup. Mine. Oh, my cup's
Mikey,
invisible.
You are holding an invisible cup.
I forgot. I usually have a mug, but my mugs are in the dishwasher.
Here we go. There we go. That's a
mine.
There we go.
Take it for me. It's finally useful. It's finally useful.
Here we go. Yeah, this is how life is right now. This might as well happen.
Where is it? I lost it. Where's the Smeagol one?
Take it for me.
I can't find it now. We have too many.
We do have too many. We might need to.
We're gonna have to purge.
We might have to dial it in. It's fucking snowing outside my house. Who? Mikey?
You're
it
welcome.
was 70 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, it was here too 2 days ago. And then it got really cold. And now guess what?
Flip.
You get it too.
No.
I'm sharing.
I don't want it.
Well, I already sent it, so my bad.
I don't like your weather. Stop sending it over here.
No. Keep fucking up the jet
Connor
stream.
has been one of my colleagues for a while. I rely on him a lot, including for counseling with respect to health care. Connor is a graduate of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. He's leaving me. I hate to see him go. I'm happy for him, sad for me, happy for him. He's going back home to Louisiana to take a job.
Is that an insult? Are we not Homo sapiens?
Proof that motherfucker is one of them weird eyeball flying alien motherfuckers.
Oh
Proof.
Boy.
Yeah, Tim, quit being a snowflake.
No, it's snowing outside. We just got rid of it. It just melted today.
Hey, well then your back is all healed up and ready to go. You're gonna be strong, Tim. You're gonna be so strong.
My wife's gonna yell at me. I told her it's not gonna snow, and I was like, "Listen, it's gonna be too warm to snow. It's gonna be too warm." And she's gonna send me a picture of it snowing and be like, "You were fucking wrong." And I'm gonna have to admit that I was wrong because I'm a man.
She's gonna send you a picture of that snowblower and your boots.
Being a man is knowing that you were wrong.
And being okay saying, oh shit, I fucked that up.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to be like, I'm so sorry. It's
My
snowing
bad.
and it's 100% my fault.
You said it wasn't gonna snow, and look at it.
She's gonna be like, you said it wasn't gonna snow. And I'm gonna be like, yep, I did.
You did this to us.
You did this.
Job in Louisiana state government, and I asked him to come down today to just thank him for giving so much to his country. Connor.
Nobody cares. Get to the point.
I'm going to talk about two rather diverse topics: coffee and our friends in the United Kingdom.
What?
Oh,
Mr. President, about 90% of my personal philosophy is don't hurt someone unless they're trying to hurt you. Don't take other people's stuff and leave me alone.
And this guy loves Donald Trump.
How is he talking about leave me alone when everything out of his mouth is like gay bashing and anti-trans and like, dude, you only care about everyone else's life. You only care about what other people are doing in their bedroom. You only care.
We're about to find out, Allie. We're about to find out.
We do not condone this.
Yeah, we do not condone Senator. Why is it the politicians from Louisiana? I just want to know that.
Ask Jukebox Overdrive.
I believe in free will. I believe God gave us all free will. With that free will
Except for
goes
the gays, right?
responsibility. I don't need government to tell me how to live my life.
Except for the
Doesn't
gays,
mean
right?
I don't support reasonable rules and regulations and laws, but I don't need government to micromanage my life. That's what I mean when I say
You literally are all up in women's uterus. What are you talking about?
No, he means specifically his life, not everyone else's.
Not the
Just
royal
him.
we. He talking about him.
Because Mikey, you see, he is the government, and he doesn't need him being up in his life.
Yeah, it's not like he's been a senator for 3,000 years talking about some, small government is really the way.
This month, it might have been the last part of last month, I noticed that Secretary Kennedy started talking about coffee.
Yerp and derp.
Particularly,
Okay, there's two ways this could go. I think I know the way it's going. I've never seen this, but I saw the opening.
I know what you're thinking too. Jackie Brown movie reference.
Yeah.
Everybody's been watching Jackie Brown. They got everybody loves it.
Either he's going to be like, Secretary Kennedy, get your hands off of my fucking Dunkin' Donuts, or he's going to be like, Secretary Kennedy wants us to be healthy so that we shouldn't have all the sugar in our coffee, and we should regulate the sugar out of our coffee.
I mean, Big Sugar is a cartel, but also, dude, I'm not drinking black coffee all the time.
Starbucks coffee. Now, I voted for Secretary Kennedy to be
you fucking
the
moron.
president's choice. I like Secretary Kennedy.
I don't know
I don't
why.
agree with everything that Secretary Kennedy has said and done.
Then why did you fucking vote for him?
We have some differences. I use a toilet seat to sit on. I won't go any further on that.
Come on, that's a perfect fucking setup for a joke. You could have just gone all the way.
He's a
I
Southern
use a
gentleman,
toilet seat. I use a toilet seat to sit on. He uses it to fucking blow cocaine into his nose. Come on, it's right there. He even started it. Oh, man.
Because everybody knows the guy in charge of health is a fucking recovering drug addict. Which is fine. I'm glad that some people get off of their substances, their substance abuse problems, and they turn their lives around. This motherfucker has no intention in stopping. He just switched what drugs he was using.
And he neglects to mention the first part of the sentence that the secretary said was, "I'm not afraid of germs because I've snorted cocaine off a toilet seat."
But we're the fucking liberal snowflakes for some reason.
Here we go. We're the bleeding heart liberals over here, but
I didn't even see that. I literally had my eyes closed and he fucking said it. That is hilarious. Yep. That is hilarious. All right, man. No. RFK Jr. is great. He knows all about health, and we're bleeding heart liberals. You're right. Yep. He's so fucking smart. I mean, to do coke off of a fucking toilet seat, you got to admit, that's a smart move. I think even the bleeding heart liberals can confess that it's a good idea to do coke in a bathroom. Right?
Off a public bathroom toilet seat.
Jesus Christ. I hover when I have to shit out in public. I'm not putting my ass anywhere near that seat. Fuck that. I would rather shit on my shoes than get whatever ass cancer is on that seat on my butt. No, thank you.
But one of the things I support Secretary Kennedy on is trying to make the American
Look at his picture.
Bro, that's not even you. Don't even lie.
Oh, shit. Hey, watch your toilet seats with this guy around. Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Cognizant about what they're eating. Not to tell them.
They sit in
what
this
they can
pile
eat
of STDs
and
if you're a
but
real
to make them
man.
aware. And so I heard Bobby talking about Starbucks coffee.
Uh-oh.
Pretty popular. And I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he commented on how bad it is for you. So I scratched my head and said, I'm going to look into this.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
Oh boy.
This is a cup of Starbucks coffee. I know that
We know.
doesn't give you any frame of reference, but I checked the most popular Starbucks coffee
United
drink
Starbucks.
is a caramel macchiato.
Oh god, I knew he wasn't gonna get it. I knew he wasn't gonna
Come
get
on.
it. I knew
It's
he was
macchiato.
I knew he was gonna fuck it up. There's no way.
It's macchiato. God damn it. Learn a little Italian.
Look at his face right now.
Macchiato.
Look at his face right now. That's a screenshot, by the way. Like, do you think that guy is gonna figure out? Just learn a little Italian. He can't do that. He doesn't
Just
know
learn how
do
to
that.
pronounce it. It's a macchiato.
A Ralph Macchiato
drink is a caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato.
You got
I don't know
caramel
what that
right.
is. I haven't had it. I generally don't
Ralph Macchiato.
drink coffee that takes 10 or more words to order. But I'm told that Starbucks' most popular drink is the caramel macchiato.
I don't think that's what that is in that
it will
picture, by the
cost
way.
you at Union Station.
No, it says venti iced caramel macchiato. Oh, you can't see it because the screen's too small, but that's what it says on the little
It does. It looks
ID.
pink.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look pink?
No, it's got a yeah, it does because C-SPAN. But
Yeah, the colors are kind of off. I was like, I wouldn't even guess that's what that was. And why is there so much milk in it?
because a macchiato, so all right. I've had to work at several of these places, not Starbucks specifically, but I know how to make a macchiato. Caramel macchiato.
Oh wait, here we go.
Linguine, fettuccine,
Fettuccine,
macchiato,
linguine, martini, bikini.
Americabago.
This is like globalizing the Intifada all over. Globalize the Intifada.
So a macchiato, just for those who may not know, it's a cappuccino drink. So it's got a shot of espresso, and then it's got steamed milk, and then it's got a little bit of, this one's ice, so there's no foamed milk at the top, but there's supposed to be a little bit of foamed milk at the top. The reason why this one looks like there's so much milk in it is because it's an iced macchiato, which is just like an espresso drink with some, cream in it.
A milk
that
chaser.
sinks to the bottom. Yeah. And it's got caramel flavoring, like caramel sauce.
I can see the syrup.
Yeah, you can see the syrup at the bottom because it doesn't matter what chain coffee place you go to, they never fucking mix it properly.
Well, let's hear about this caravan Marciano.
Marciano. Let's hear about this Ralph Macchio.
And here is a macchiato cup from Starbucks.
This is how you know that these fucking senators are wildly out of touch with like reality.
He's like trying to read it. You know you can't read with them glasses. Get your other glasses. You know you got two sets. You got up close and then real close.
They told me this is a macchiato cup. I'm not sure what else goes in here.
Can you believe this? They sell a cup with no drink in it.
I don't drink in anything that isn't made out of crystal.
Told it will cost you $6.88.
That's about right.
To buy large
venti, yeah.
caramel macchiato at Union Station.
It's expensive as fuck. Got it.
Now,
hey, you know why it's $7 for a fucking macchiato?
Not because the tariffs. I said it first.
We're tariffing all the fucking coffee.
Not because the tariffs. I said it first.
a Again, I'm not telling people what to drink
grow
or how to
coffee
spend their
here.
money, but I will tell you, if you want to come by my office, you can get coffee for
Look,
free.
Tim, that's Starbucks.
Starbucks. He just said if you come by his office, you can get coffee for free. The motherfucker probably drinks Folgers. In drip coffee, guys. Drip coffee. Not an espresso drink. Mikey drinks Folgers too, doesn't he? Doesn't he?
It's cheap, and it's fucking tariffs are making everything expensive.
The best part of waking up is dirt juice in your cup.
Money, but I will tell you, if you want to come by my office, you can get coffee for free. It won't be a caramel macchiato, but it's pretty dang good coffee.
It's pretty dang
But be
good
that
coffee. He's too folksy for me, man. Like, come on, turn it down a little. Hey, you shut up. I've been both and I will be both again.
No, don't ever work a job.
Don't ever work too. I'll let you know because I don't tell too many people this on the internet because but
you don't have
I at the same time am a professor and a barista. Because guess what? They don't want to fucking pay teachers real money.
Bum bum bum.
So yeah, I do gotta have two jobs. You condescending prick.
As if it's a problem for anyone to have that job. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all find the weirdest. It's like when people come on here and they want to start insulting our looks. It's like, are we not hot enough for you? Like, what are you advocating for?
Oh, I'm sorry that I gotta support my fucking mortgage payment, which is through the fucking roof. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Like, what do you want us to fucking come on here? Like, get fake boobs and put on a tank top? Like, what do you want?
Start painting ourselves live on air.
That fucking lady. Oh my God. I fucking can't stand it. I can't stand it. Go on fucking Pornhub and compete with the other people. Get out of Twitch. Anyway.
So I said, I've got to look into what's in a caramel macchiato.
Oh, and by the way, to bench here, I'm also a stand-up comedian, so I know the joke.
Aha.
God damn it.
And I've already made those jokes.
Here's what's in a caramel macchiato. Milk.
Boo.
Brewed espresso.
If it's not raw milk, are you even drinking milk? I don't even know.
Vanilla syrup. I didn't know what vanilla syrup was. I found out that vanilla syrup is sugar, water, natural flavors, potassium sorbate, and
he knows what vanilla syrup is. He's had it in a fucking booze drink, I'm sure, at some point. He gets the girly drinks, I'm sure.
No, I don't drink. It makes me have it gives me pertussis if I have too many drinks.
I bet you Senator Kennedy goes to like the congressional bar at the end of a long day and gets like a fucking pina colada.
I was about to say a pina colada.
I'll take one of those pina coladas. Pina colada. Do you have
every
it?
day he finds a new way to say it wrong.
I'll have the pico quintata.
citric acid. Also in a caramel macchiato is caramel sauce. Makes sense. That's why they call it a caramel macchiato.
They don't call it that.
No, they
Caramel
don't
sauce is sugar, corn syrup, butter,
potassium,
cream, milk, and salt. Also in a caramel macchiato is water, heavy cream, non-fat dry milk, natural flavors, salt, mono and ditchysaccharides, I probably mispronounced that, soy and lecithin, probably mispronounced that too, but I don't know what the hell it is anyway, and sulfites. Now, not to put too fine a point on it, but in a caramel macchiato, there are 310 calories.
Yeah.
80 of those calories come from fat.
Yeah.
The total fat in a caramel macchiato is 9 grams.
Hell yeah.
Saturated fat is 6 grams.
You need fat to live, so,
Cholesterol, 35 milligrams. Sodium, 190 milligrams.
That's pretty
And I
low.
can't have sodium.
Whoa.
As someone who's recently had to watch their fucking macros, so that's pretty low for sodium.
Nelly.
It's not a super salty thing.
Total carbohydrates, 44 grams. Protein, 13 grams.
That's a lot.
And
That's a lot
caffeine,
of protein.
150 milligrams.
Espresso, baby.
Of the carbohydrates, the total 44 grams of carbohydrates, the sugar got my attention. 42 grams of that are sugar.
Hold on, Tim. Sorry, last
That's
thing.
about 80.
I'm waiting for him to pivot into the part where, remember, he doesn't want to be involved in people's day-to-day lives, but I'll let you go on.
Yes.
While he's listing all these things, I do want to remind everyone that he kicked this shit off with, you know, I don't like people minding my business because only I mind my business.
and also he said several times while he was talking that he doesn't want to tell people what to eat or drink.
You guys are fucking loving this act. We're gonna have to watch more John Kennedy.
Yeah, this might have to go on Unboxed.
This clip especially. This one right here.
Yeah.
This one right.
Oh, what the hell is he going on about? He's going on about how you shouldn't drink caramel macchiatos.
Or look in the chat for all the different ways.
Yeah, chat. Put in what you think he would say for caramel macchiato.
Potassium sorbate.
He's too southern and folksy.
5% of
his
your
tongue is
recommended
doing all
daily
this.
sugar intake. So one of these, you've gotten 85% of the amount of sugar that you're supposed to take
Good,
in.
man. Sugar's
for
good for your
the day.
bones.
Some of us move.
Fat intake, one of these provides you with 30% of your recommended daily saturated fat intake and 12% of your recommended daily cholesterol intake. Again, I'm not criticizing anybody. Well, there goes the cafe macchiato, caramel macchiato. Grab it for me. There.
Oh my God.
Some poor fucking aide has to pick that up like he's a fucking servant. Could pick that up right now. I'd knocked it over.
You know, I can't bend down like that no more.
My knees don't work.
Oh, God damn it, Tim.
You do it.
You do it. I'm already in the
You do
other
it.
part. I'm already on the other thing.
All right.
Blah, blah, gay sex, blah, blah, Congress.
$2 in the super chat from Tez. Mikey, I'm not going to pronounce that. You pronounce that.
Ricardonium chlorine.
Boring, Huey.
Caramel stilettos. Thank you, Cortez, for the $1.99 super chat. You guys can do that too if you're feeling froggy or if you're full of potassium sorbate.
Potassium sorbates.
I'm not telling anybody what to do or not to do.
He's not telling
just
anyone what to
pointing
do or
out
what
the
not to
facts.
do.
A caramel macchiato has as much sugar as 12 Chips Ahoy cookies. A caramel macchiato has as much sugar as 4 Krispy Kreme glazed donuts.
Man, I could go for
A caramel macchiato, the most popular drink at Starbucks, has as much sugar as 2 servings of Breyer's cookies and cream ice cream.
Well, give me the then give me the tall and then give me a bowl of ice cream too. Then you know. What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
I can get
Whatever,
some
man.
Or cookies. Okay, let's mix this up. You know, I'll just do like
Ships my boy lookies.
like this dude is a fucking senator. Bro, why are you listing the ingredients to a fucking fast food drink and then comparing it to other things?
Does he know that there's government regulations that says that all these places have to put out the nutrition facts for their drinks and food anyway, so that people already know? They don't care.
He's just really making me want to go get Starbucks.
Is he doing a commercial for Starbucks?
He's selling the fucking product right now. That's a lot of caffeine in one cup.
Now I want a caramel macchiato and some fucking ice cream. Let's go.
And fucking Chips Ahoy lookies.
Chips Ahoy lookies.
There's one Chick-fil-A brownie. And it has about as much sugar as about 50% of a medium McDonald's chocolate milkshake.
That's why it tastes good, dumbass.
You can burn off the calories, though, if you run 3 miles.
Not that I've ever run 3 miles, but I suppose you could do that if you wanted.
On average, at the grocery store, I was walking about 5 miles a day. And then on the weekends, it was like 11 miles a day.
So when I was working my barista job, I don't know how many miles it translates into, but I was walking 14,000 steps a day.
Yeah. That's like 4 miles.
Yeah.
People who work already burn off that shit. That's why we're drinking this shit. Fucking to power us through this fucking incredibly stressful. Oh, dude, look at this face right there. That's the perfect screenshot. Thanks,
right,
Senator.
right.
Thanks, Senator Kennedy. You're going to be part of our merch.
There you go.
We pay you anyway.
Ships my boy lookies.
To burn off the calories. So, again, I'm not here to tell people what they should drink or not drink or eat or not drink, but I wanted the American people, to the extent that they are listening and that they care, to understand why I think Secretary Kennedy made the point that he made about coffee that takes 10 or more words to order, and specifically Starbucks coffee.
You know that Starbucks just sells like black coffee, right? You could just go and be like, can I have a large black coffee? And they'll give you one.
No, you can't do that.
Like,
they're not able to take the cup and put coffee only in there and then to give it to you. They're not allowed to, actually.
They only sell caramel macchiatos. I want to hear him pronounce cappuccino. I think that would be the funniest thing ever.
It's capuchin.
Cappuccino.
Now, second thing I want to talk about, our friends in the United Kingdom.
Ooh,
and they are
spicy.
Our friends. I love the people of the United Kingdom. I do.
They don't
I went
love
to
you
school
back.
there for a while. They're wonderful people.
He loves you.
Desperately.
They deserve better than the government that they're being given right now. I don't mean any disrespect in saying this, but I'm not a big fan of the prime minister.
This is like when someone starts a sentence with "I'm not a racist," but
all due respect,
I'm not a big fan of the
they
prime minister,
immediately disrespect you.
Prime Minister Starmer. The United Kingdom was founded by geniuses, but at the moment it's being run by idiots. We entered.
Hey, UK listeners, was the United Kingdom founded by geniuses?
Let's get a fact checked on the ground, huh? We got a bunch of people from the UK and Ireland. Let us know. Was it founded by geniuses? Let us know. Typhoid Mima is hilarious. He does. I have this theory that as you get older, like your gender just starts to blend together. And then like babies and old people, you kind of need a name tag. They start to look like each other.
Yeah.
Old ladies start growing beards. Old man's voice start getting real high, and their hair gets thin. Like it's real, you know.
Well, you know what, Mikey? The problem is they're low T. Low T.
Maybe you can get some tea in a tea shot in your Starbucks. Your Starbucks.
I guarantee you that Starbucks will probably try and come out with that.
Not Mud Hutters. Billy's in disbelief.
Iran, because we had no choice. I don't want America to be the world's policeman. I do not.
Doesn't sound like
But on
it.
occasion, some of the bad guys in the world decide they're going to be the world's policeman.
Wait,
And it
how did we get to
requires us
Iran from
intervene.
coffee?
And that's why we're in Iran.
Well, you see, he doesn't like what Starmer did with not helping America. Yeah, no, Jesus, it's quite the pivot.
Why did I just have to fucking listen to you list a bunch of fucking ingredients for 6 minutes, and then you start talking about Starmer?
Mikey, he didn't want to tell people whether or not they should drink coffee. He just wanted them to know the ingredients of Starbucks caramel macchiato.
Why? We don't care, Grandpa. Get off the fucking mic.
And then he also wanted to rant about how the UK is not helping us bomb the shit out of some other country.
Then why didn't you have a picture of Keir Starmer too, instead of just the caramel macchiato?
I'm here to talk about coffee. It's bad. And fuck UK and Iran.
Like, what are you talking about?
Iran. If I said Iraq,
Is this
I
what
made a
we
mistake.
sound like?
It's late. That's why we're in Iran. The president did not enter Iran to start a war.
Yeah,
He entered Iran to prevent a war. Let me tell you why I say that. Our intelligence clearly
Did you tell
showed
him that?
categorically, unequivocally, that Iran had restarted its nuclear warhead program.
Prove it.
And let me say, I love the people of Iran too. I mean that.
That's
I don't think
awesome.
much of their political leadership. The good people of Iran basically are being governed before and now with the new supreme leader by Jack Nicholson and The Shining. They are stone cold crazy. Their religion teaches them their interpretation of.
I know that the people from earlier in the show aren't here anymore, probably because they either got timed out or they left. But this is what we're talking about when you say American propaganda.
No, I'm just some liberal snowflake. I wasn't immediately proved correct by a clip that was recorded while we, you know what I'm saying? It's not like there's corroborated evidence for my fucking claims. They're propagandizing y'all. Be aware.
Religion teaches them, their interpretation of their religion tells them that they have to kill people who don't interpret their religion the same way that they do.
Yes, Trump.
And when your
Trump
religion
says they
tells you to
should
kill
die
somebody,
because they have a bad religion.
as
That's
far
what
as
you
I'm
believe.
concerned, it's time to get a new religion. But be
There
that
you
as it
go.
may, our intelligence clearly
So what
Propaganda.
he just called for is jihad.
Yeah.
That's what he just called for. But you guys don't perceive it as jihad because you're fucking in the American bubble. You cannot tell people your religion is bad and you should die for it and not be the terrorist to them. To people who follow that religion. That's how you sound to them. Hello. Anyway, back to the macchiatos.
showed that Iran had restarted its nuclear weapons program.
The fact that he's still having this conversation with that photo next to him is fucking ridiculous.
And its plan was to produce so many missiles, so many ballistic missiles, and to some extent cruise missiles and drones. In fact, they were producing between 200 and 600 ballistic missiles a month. Our intelligence showed that their plan was to stockpile so many missiles and so many drones that if we re-entered, or anyone re-entered Iran to stop their new efforts to obtain a nuclear warhead, that they would annihilate the entire Middle East. The entire Middle East.
That's not even possible,
And
bro.
other countries they could reach, like Turkey. That is a fact. That's what the intelligence showed.
That's not. You're lying. You're
So
lying.
the president, wanting to avoid a future
No,
war,
the lie detector determined that was a
said,
lie.
I've got to intervene now. And here is our mission. I don't care what you've heard. This is what our mission is in Iran. We want to destroy their Navy. We want to destroy Iran's Air Force. We want to destroy Iran's missile production facilities. We want to destroy Iran's drone production facilities. We want to destroy or make them use as many of their missiles as they have and their drones. And we want to attack and destroy the infrastructure used by the Revolutionary Guard. And then we want to get out. Now, there's been a lot of speculation by some of my Democratic friends that, well, the president's going to put boots on the ground. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Oh, boy.
Write that down.
Hey, you better fucking mark his words right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
When did this clip come out? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, 1 day ago.
HR. With the sound of Mikey's still seeing that drink on the side. I wonder what the fuck is.
Why is it? There's a dude sitting next to that thing on the other side who he has to pick up the coffee cup that he dropped. That he could just be like, "Hey, can you take that down? Because I'm not talking about coffee anymore."
No, that's good. Right. It's important, Tim. It's the weave. It's the weave.
If the president puts boots on the ground, the thud you hear will be me face planting from surprise. I will faint.
You are so dumb.
How long will this
He's a
take?
Southern Belle.
I think a few more weeks, and then we will be out. Was our intelligence right? You better believe it was.
It was not.
What's the first thing? The very first thing that the Iranian leadership did. They started attacking all the other countries.
That was a lie.
They even fired a missile at Turkey.
Allegedly.
They even fired a missile at the United Kingdom.
Allegedly.
One of its bases in Cyprus.
They even stole tomahawks and blew up their own kid's school.
Now, I give you this background so you will know why the president did what he did. Everything I just told you, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom knew.
Okay. It would be hilarious if you went back into the coffee bit, because that is subversion right there.
He had the same intelligence we had. When it came time for us to intervene, he said, you cannot use any United Kingdom Air Force bases.
Good.
Or military bases. None. Zero. Nada.
Fucking good.
He specifically said you can't use Diego Garcia, the joint U.S. United Kingdom military base in the Indian Ocean that Keir Starmer is trying to give away to Mauritius. You've heard me talk about it on the Senate floor. And Mauritius, of course, will welcome the Chinese. Now, once the war started going the way of people who believe in freedom, Prime Minister Starmer changed his mind. Now he says you can use our bases. Thank you very much. It's a little late. We don't need you.
You mean after he conferred
He also
with his
is trying
country?
to give President Trump.
Is this speech just like a long version of what Trump said in his fucking Truth Social thing? Like, is he just like reiterating what Trump already said? Like, come on, bro. Don't directly quote the president so he can be like, good boy. Good boy.
That's what but no, we're the ones spreading propaganda, right?
Good. You're a good little senator. What a good little senator.
Pat you on the head. You can release now. Fucking chastity, fucking cocks, dude.
Well, we'll save the coffee portion of that again. For
what? Play the fucking rest of the video. What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't fucking get this far for you to turn it off.
Advice.
What are you talking about?
About how to conduct the war.
This dumb motherfucker.
That's a little bit like seeking the advice of a nun about sex.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Sir Keir Starmer.
There are so many places he could go back to coffee on this. Like he could be like, that's just like drinking a caramel macchiato with all that sugar in it. Like, come on, man, bring it home.
Carousel
You would want to go
macchiato.
to advise you about how to have a military confrontation. He's the kind of guy that he'll want to quote. If you're in the middle of a bar fight, he'll want to stop and quote Socrates. That's what this is, a bar fight.
What?
And so I decided after watching this circus without a tent.
Tim, he's smarter than us. He's older than us.
Oh yes, I forgot how the older
goat
so smart.
rodeo taking that the prime minister has thrust upon the world. I said, let me take a look at what the prime minister's plans are in terms of defense. Because if you remember, about a year ago, January, the prime minister produced this report. That's all it was a report, but he called it a root and branch strategic defense review. And its purpose was to settle the United Kingdom's military path for years to come. It was ready not this past January, but January before. He didn't produce it until this past summer.
What the fuck are you talking about,
And
Kennedy?
the prime minister makes a big deal in his report. He says, we've changed our ways. We've been born again.
What?
We're now going to
Tide goes
spend
in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
2.6 of our GDP on defense by 2027. I'm thinking, good for you. It's about time. And he said, this is going to be in line with all of our NATO allies, 2.6 of our GDP on defense by 2027. And he said, and by God, by 2035, we're going to be spending 3.5%. I'm thinking, man, that's great. And then I read the report.
My God.
The cash is backloaded. He didn't bother to tell the people of the United Kingdom or NATO or the president. The cash is backloaded. He's not going to even start spending the money, the real money, until the 2030s. That's 4 years from now.
Where the fuck is the money going to come from,
He's going to make it
dumbass?
somebody else's problem. I can assure you the prime minister will not be the prime minister in 2030 and beyond. Talk about sleight of hand.
That's how this shit works, bro. I'm sure there was an agreement up until a certain date that they had to match.
What magic pile of money do you think that they're just sitting on and just not giving it to Trump to buy missiles from Trump?
Right.
And
Like what-
his friends at Lockheed Martin. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Like, does he not? He must know how, like, government spending works. He must. He has to.
He just spent the first half of this explaining the fucking ingredients on a caramel macchiato. So I don't know anymore.
The state of Louisiana.
Yeah. What the fuck does this have to do with? We can't explain why we're doing this. Like, what the fuck, dude? Put him out the pasture, dude. He's done. He's done. His brain is scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs.
If you run the numbers, there is a great deal of inflation in defense production because so many countries now are starting to actually spend more money on defense, not promising to do so.
Ali says, this is all bull crap. Kennedy shouldn't comment on UK politics. That what I get because I am from the UK and to talk to US politics. Yeah, right.
I don't like to be in anybody's business. I like to just keep to myself.
Also, fuck you, UK. I know who should be your prime minister.
Right.
Bitch, you can't even pronounce potassium sorbate.
You need to start spending. You can't even pronounce macchiato.
He's got Europe dialed in, baby.
by the Prime
Macchiato.
Minister of the United Kingdom. So you have to factor in inflation. And under the Prime Minister's
now
plan
there's
to not
inflation.
even start spending the real money until 2030, the defense inflation is going to eat away at the amount of money that he has promised to spend. And if you factor in reasonable defense production,
Yeah, healthcare instead of bombs. Who'd have thought?
the numbers come out to him actually spending 24 billion pounds, $32 billion less than he promised.
They don't have any more money.
Yeah.
His numbers guys knew all about it. This is nothing but sleight of
You
hand.
got money for fake mustaches.
In fact,
give me my money, Brian. Brian.
One commentator in the United Kingdom has said it's worse, according to his computations. There's going to be a $28 billion gap over 4 years. Over 4 years.
Oh my God.
Now, the United Kingdom has also promised to work with us in Australia on
yeah, he's the same guy.
And then there's another clip of him saying he liked something cock in my mouth, something.
Oh, yeah, he was reading something from a book, and it was one of those it was a scene from a book that he was trying to read to illustrate that books are bad for you or whatever. And he had to read that word for word, and John Oliver uses that shit all the time.
Yes. Ugh.
building in Australia a new attack submarine. Is the Prime Minister going to wait until 2030 to do that? We can't wait till 2030.
You're not in charge of what he does.
I don't think he knows that.
Now, look, these are the facts.
Nobody gets it here. Nobody understands in this fucking legislative body that we're not in charge of other countries. They can do whatever they want.
They don't have to listen to us.
Right. Do they have to fulfill certain obligations to the military alliance? Yeah, they do. But Trump doesn't get to dictate terms on what those conditions are.
You need to go up more percentages. More percentages, it needs to go up.
Should NATO be spending a little bit more per country? Yeah, maybe. But it depends on the country. Not every country has our GDP. Our country's GDP is fucking insane.
Won't be for long.
The United Kingdom has about 140,000 soldiers.
We can send
members of the military, and God bless every one of them. God bless every one of them. They are down 20% since 2012.
And now he's insinuating that there aren't enough soldiers in the UK's army, that they need to recruit more soldiers for wars that America is going to get them into.
But I thought it was over.
Right. But their recruitment is down, so their military is a little too thin for us.
What are we talking?
Declining. To give you a frame of reference, the United States has 2.1 million members of the military.
They don't have our population.
They have 140,000. 2.8 million if you include civilian support staff.
What is the population of the United Kingdom?
20 million?
It's more than that. 20 million people live in London.
50 million?
I'll ask the chat. The chat probably knows. What's the population of the United Kingdom? Because the U.S. population is roughly 340 million people.
69.8. Nice.
Nice.
As of March. So 69 million.
69 million. And he said their military was 150,000, about that?
Yeah.
So let's see. 69.
Adam, you're not helping. He's at 350. To be honest, Tim and Mikey, he's right. The Tories, Republican, cut defense to the bone from 2010, 69.8 million. But no. So that's the thing. He's yelling at the person whose party is the one who made the cuts. You're talking about, oh, why don't they dump all this money into defense? Why don't you look into the fucking austerity cuts that they've been doing ever since Brexit? Huh? Like, again, if you're not going to fucking do your homework when you're talking about regions that are not your own, you are going to continuously say stupid, dog-boned shit all the time. You can't just make shit up and just apply America across. It's not a template. It doesn't work like that.
So roughly, the military population versus the general population is almost the same.
I was about to say, if you
our
cross
two
multiply
countries.
and divide.
Right. If you cross multiply and divide, they're roughly the same.
Greg, you son of a bitch.
God damn it, Greg. That's it. We're ending the show because Greg keeps saying 6-7 in the chat.
Him and Tons keep tricking us.
They're being mean to us.
We're being bullied. Cyberbullying.
For our military. So when we first heard that the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was going to start spending 2.6% up to 3.5% of GDP on defense, of course we got excited. It's about time that the people in Europe
more war.
embraced adulthood and stopped sending us the bill for their defense. So we were excited.
That's not even close to probably true.
I was ready to come down here and congratulate.
This is what happens when you listen to
And
Trump.
then I read the fine print. Sleight of hand. It's all sleight of hand. Now, if I'm wrong,
telling on him.
I hope the Prime Minister will respond.
Why would he
But if
talk
I'm right,
about you?
Shame on him. Shame on him.
For what?
For looking the good people of the United Kingdom in the eye and the good people of the world in the eye and lying.
About what?
And saying that the United Kingdom would do its part when the Prime Minister has no intention whatsoever.
Where's the HMS Dragon right now?
Yeah. Like,
and this is why. And sorry, go ahead. And then I'm going to go off.
First of all, you can't take this fucking dude seriously because he's standing next to the picture of a fucking coffee cup. Second of all, you cannot hold
30% of your sodium in one drink.
We should not hold other countries' militaries to our military standards. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to us. It's also not fair to hold them to the wants and desires of American military policy and American foreign policy when it comes to war. Why should they? They're not us. The UK is not the United States of America, and neither is France or Italy or Germany or any of those countries. They don't have the same interests we do. Because our president is out of his fucking mind all the time. He wants to bomb Iran because he wants to bomb Iran. And when he asked the fucking UK prime minister to help him bomb Iran, and the dude said no, good on them. It's not their fucking problem. It's ours that we created.
No, you need to do exactly what I tell you to do, or else you don't exist. Are you kidding? Like, no one is going to listen to us. Everyone's just closing the door and putting up a "don't open till Christmas" sign on it. Like, they're just ignoring us. This is isolationist rhetoric. They want us completely stranded by ourselves with no way to feed ourselves, no trade, no commerce. Everyone just sitting around in their fucking mud huts with Bitcoin as much as they can hold. Like, if that's the future you're desiring, then just go live in the woods now. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Just go.
You know, that Monroe Doctrine they all love to fucking spout so much goes both ways, guys. It goes both ways. Because the original purpose of the Monroe Doctrine was to keep Europe out of America's affairs. That's what the whole intention was. But it goes the other way. America should stay out of the fucking Eastern Hemisphere. If that's the case,
right,
we shouldn't be fucking around with countries that aren't even close to near us.
No, man, drones, the Iranian drones are coming for California.
Yeah. What lies?
And I'm supposed, and no, only Iran has propaganda. Fucking get out of here, dude. It's fucking fear mongering.
But when you're like, oh, why won't you help us bomb this other country that isn't near either of us? And by the way, they only attack those military bases because we bombed them first.
No, those places were under constant missile barrage. That's
Right.
why, like, it's so fucking crazy. So fucking crazy. Oh, you took it down already. Let's give a listen here.
We need to. There is some cost in.
Hey, look,
there is more
our
cost
friends.
than just.
That is Regularly and One Angry Pagan, which is where you guys are going right now. Come back tonight for Unboxed Politics.
We get to watch them talk about coffee again.
Yeah, we get to torture the other boys with this. Jesus Christ. I've been really sleepy, so I might do like a weekend show. I don't know. Catch up on all the news and shit. But because there's a lot of domestic shit that they're trying to sneak past while all this is happening.
Yeah.
That I want everyone to be aware of. Because there's Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat, like we didn't talk about the midterms that much, but Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat might go blue.
Yes, there is a chance that the Democrat is going to win that in the runoff. April 7th, I believe the runoff is.
I'm gonna pull his campaign, or he had a talker on, I think, MS Now. Brother man crushed it. These MAGA folks he's a general. He's a 2-star general or a 1-star general. They're gonna fall for it. He's just the right amount of folksy and the other part military. And I think it's going to play well. So you might have a Democrat coming out of Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat for the rest of the year, which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Putting in
fossil fuel price shocks. This is future proof for those who oppose our mission for clean energy.
I think this is the environment show.
Oh, okay. Well, like and subscribe, become a member, patreon.com/thebinpodcast, and we will see you tonight.
See you tonight. Bye.